Follow Matt.
Hey, guys.
Yep. What?
Shut up.
At Had Issues. Follow Nathan.
Sandwich is a problem. Sandwich is a mess.
At The Nate Project. Follow Justin.
You guys asked me to get a monkey.
At The Hulkster.
It's getting late, but what do you care? It's time for the only show that takes your lifestyle into account. Get up! Good morning, you jerks.
Today, first, get up. Good morning, you drunks. You deserve more. Get up. Good morning, you drunks. This is one of those shows that's going to be good in spite of ourselves. God damn it, look at him. Okay, I only see screen-wise, Matt, I only see you from nipples up. On purpose, mind you. Oh, okay, game controller. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, hey, okay, he seems busy, so we're going to go over here. Hey, look. It's Justin Wilson!
Hey.
Hi, Justin.
Hey, how you doing?
I want to thank you for not facilitating me not going to the butt doctor. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
It's because of you that I might
think
actually
you need to go to the butt doctor.
Okay, look over this! Matt Wade, the butt doctor proponent. Seems busy.
Ah! You can't beat Tyson. He always beats you.
You know, this is where I'm supposed to have somewhere to go with that, but I don't think Tyson Kidd is broad enough of a reference for everyone, so I can't think of any other Tyson.
Why are you beating Cicely Tyson?
There you go. Thank you. She's an okay actress, I guess. I don't know.
What? She was
Yeah, I don't. There's only one actress I care about anymore.
Well, she was in that movie.
I'm Nate for branding. Nate. Me.
That's the
That's your favorite actress?
Huh?
That's the actress.
No, I just needed to get that in there. I always forget.
Hey,
so I figured I'd
Justin.
just plow over. What?
I pulled 100 senior citizens.
Oh,
you
good.
did?
I'm glad because I forgot to go down to the lab. Only 100 though.
Only 100.
I don't know if that's a large enough
That's a
sample
nice
size.
sample
What's your
size.
margin of error?
13%. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's scientific. It's an answer.
It's better than me guessing. You're right.
That's right. Justin's new nickname.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to really like guy who touches the board.
Yep.
Word up.
Yeah, I mean,
I've heard that.
it's a little, but
It's a little on the nose. Well, they had their nose. Me, they really liked dances with anger. That's my new nickname.
that, again, pretty. on
And
the
then
nose,
Nathan,
What did I get?
shithead.
No.
So it's 13% margin of error. Okay, that's enough that I can have some self-confidence going on here.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Because hashtag shithead is trending right now.
Oh,
So
really?
Congratulations, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Trending
Yeah,
worldwide.
trending.
That's my new hashtag. United Airlines. That's me. That's me,
Oh.
baby. Woo!
That guy bled green.
You see this?
They're
Oh,
dragging
God,
him
I'm
off
just
the
doing a
plane.
J-Lo
All I
thing.
saw were just dollar signs in his pupils.
Oh God! Did you see the secondary video of that? First of all, okay, so
Where he got back on the plane,
He got
it was
back-
just like, I gotta go. I gotta
go home. I gotta go home.
Doctor.
Yeah,
He's
doctor.
gonna need another one.
Yeah.
I don't think he can take care of himself in
A
the
butt
situation.
doctor.
Yes, but he's gonna need a lip doctor and probably some new glasses, or unless he wears them in his mouth like that. That was this was brutal.
I'm not saying he's not a doctor. I'm just saying I'd like to see some credentials.
Oh.
I don't think he has. I think he's gonna have his
Didn't
own
you
plane
see his
from now
lab
on.
coat? He was wearing a lab coat.
Was he?
Yeah, that makes him a doctor.
Well, if he was,
I
then
didn't
that's
catch
all
that.
that's really all the proof that I need.
Yeah, it's credentials.
There you go.
See?
Does it matter? He was on the plane legally, right?
Mhm.
I don't care if he was the butt doctor. He's still don't. Did you see the reverse angle of them pulling him off the plane?
Yeah.
Like when his leg was under the seat rest and they're just yanking him through a seat rest.
They didn't care.
Jesus, dude. Like I hear they're trying to bump people off. They're offering like upwards of like $800. Everyone's like, nah, I won't go home.
If I worked for,
I gotta go home. I gotta go home. I gotta go home.
If I worked for United Airlines PR or their social media, any kind of marketing,
yeah,
today would have been my last day. I would have taken a long lunch and just never came back.
Yeah, but that's a real guy, right? That has to go do that, or lady, whatever. And he or she has that one asshole friend just saying to him or her, God, why am I fucking pronouns? They, goddamn. Well, at least you got job security. You're gonna be busy, a lot of work, dude. Today,
Not worth it.
no, it's not.
Not worth it.
I would just start responding.
gotta
I
tell you,
don't know, man. F
this-
you.
this
We got
m-
planes. We can fly.
This might
can you?
be the biggest airline disaster since ValueJet just fell right into that Florida swamp and everybody lived.
Missed
but
the
then
runway.
We're just eaten by gators.
That's how
The
Disneyland
entire
was born.
plane.
Just a quick programming note. We're going to be having Ice in the Face join us here shortly. They're running a couple minutes late, so they're going to be calling us via the Skype machine. We
haven't,
shortly.
We haven't talked to Ice in the Face in forever.
Yeah, and somehow this is like the first time they're doing our show. Like as long as we've been friends with them, it's ridiculous.
Ridiculous that we waited this long.
Yeah. I mean, I blame me. I'm shitty at my job, so
No,
people
aren't-
hate me. So
You're kind of like working constantly.
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
How
I
many
suck
views-
at life. Good
How
point,
many views
Nathan.
do your
Oh,
vlogs
jeez.
have?
Zero.
Mine? 13.
I've got 0 on mine.
Can you guys go look? Can you guys go like my?
You want me to give the hard sell?
go like my?
I
vlog-
get the feeling
my
you don't.
vlog.
You don't want to
I'm
have to say
vlogging. I'm vlogging now regularly. Last week was the test. We just put one out there, and then now it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Oh.
Brand new content from me. Brand new vlog. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be stuff about my life, about my fight with weight loss, and some other things around town. You never know. Maybe
Elevators.
Justin will show up. Keith will show up. I would say Nathan would show up, but we all know that's not gonna happen.
Well, I don't know. We were talking earlier about
That's
a
true.
thing that might be happening here.
He just
Hey.
shows up.
Hey, it happens.
Dinosaurs?
I can't not say it like that.
I can't either.
Mr. DNA is the definitive pronunciation.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaur. You got to put a little happy in the front.
Dinosaurs.
That was good. I'm excited to go on this tour. Or is it a ride?
It's kinda a ride.
Oh. Justin, listen. 1, 2, 3. And the table flips over.
And we're off air.
Are
Oh
we?
no! Don't say that.
Oh, God.
Oh no! Hit buttons frantically. I'm looking for that, but yeah, you're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see a lot of RFR stuff. You're gonna see a lot of non-RFR stuff. You're gonna see a lot of me and my fatness, and hopefully in a lot less fatness. As I
Turn the camera
I-
around and point it towards. No? Oh, sorry.
there's a lot of breathing. There was a lot of breathing in these videos. Oh god, I can't wait to get that down.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't worry. All those things that you notice,
It'll be funny.
people will
It'll be
notice that.
inspiring.
People will notice that as well and just harp on it continuously forever and ever and ever. That's all you'll ever hear.
And if you're out there and you're like, well, I'm not gonna subscribe yet because you're like 2 in, and then you know, what if you just fade out? I didn't fade out with any of this stuff, did I? Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you're gonna be getting something.
That's a tight. That's a little quick turnaround, man.
What's it pains? Wednesdays are gonna be more like weight loss thingies and
All right.
kind of more talking into the thing, and then
And
Fridays
depends. Like
And
wearing
depends.
adult diapers.
I'm gonna show you what style I go for.
Yeah.
And so there'll be probably more home stuff and just me. It'll be way more vloggy. And then Mondays and Fridays are going to be more adventure time. Seeing what
You
we can
can't
get
really
into.
broadcast. That's a copyright Cartoon Network. They can't.
Grab a friend. I
Don't grab anybody.
today's vlog number 2 is all Pixel Fest. But it's a little bit different than some of the stuff that went out with the official popped video of Pixel Fest. It's a little more fun. It's a little more me. So I don't know why I'm GMYD is my platform. I'm going to use it to sell.
Word.
Phone is ringing. Oh my god.
Apologize.
Oh God.
Phone is ringing. Oh my god. Phone is ringing. Oh my god.
Phone is ringing. Oh my God, it's Alfredo Torres on the line.
Oh, well, look at this.
Okay, let's not put his phone number on the screen. There we go.
Yes, don't do that.
I'm kind of professional. I'm not really.
I'll do the hard sell when it's ice in the face.
Word.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alfredo Torres is giving us a ring.
One of my favorite people, legitimately.
It's true. It's damn true.
I believe in the wrestling business, they call that a work. What's going on, guys?
Just hanging out, playing Nintendo.
I gotta tell you,
Oh.
excited is the word you want to use when you talk about how Alfredo Torres feels about Matt Wade's new vlog.
Oh, he feels very excited.
Maybe
In this Pantel region.
maybe someday, maybe one episode, Alfredo Torres will be appearing. Maybe with my adventures to Fredericksburg.
You know, it could happen.
It could happen. Maybe we have cigars.
Dude, do you smoke cigars?
I would love to. I would love to sit down and smoke a cigar with you.
Crash course.
And then maybe we talk about things. We talk about your old days.
The young kids.
The young kids.
You know,
Damn kids these days.
Paisley.
I don't know if I could. I'm not hip enough to talk about what the young kids like. You know, this new Smashing Pumpkins band I've heard about recently.
Yes, brand new.
Weird.
You know, I don't understand them or the Sounding Gardens or
Yeah, right.
or
Spoon Man.
you know.
Sounding gardens.
Right.
Don't search that.
Yeah, I don't understand the Pearl Jellies and
Yeah.
your newfangled music and that rock and roll that you kids call. I don't.
You know what? Don't search anything he just said. I don't think any of that's gonna
Hey,
come out
hey,
good.
Fredo, do you like going to
Yeah.
flea markets?
I'm a big fan of flea markets.
You seem like the type. We should come up there and go flea marketing with you. I think that'd be fun.
That should be. I think that's what we should do.
Well, you know, you're always welcome up here. I've got plenty of room.
I think next month we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah, in the May.
But if you guys want to go flea marketing,
Okay.
I say let's each take $50.
Well, I'm out.
We'll do the.
No, we take
No.
it from the people.
Well, how about this? I'll agree to this. Matt and I will both donate $25 to you,
Yeah.
Justin,
Oh.
and we'll all take $50, and we'll go with the fleest of the marketings.
So who
And then
gets
what
the
you
better?
can do at that point is we can
See who gets the best haul?
do a show.
the
No, we'll
biggest
do a
hat.
show, and we'll let the listeners decide who got the best deals. And whoever got the best deals gets to keep everything.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
That sounds fun.
I think it's a good idea.
Just gonna buy a 50-pound bag of horse manure, so the winner gets to. You get to keep it. Enjoy. Yeah.
I've definitely spent more on worse.
I think this would be great.
That's cool. I'll film it all.
Because there's strategery.
Yeah, there's lots of
And-
strategery in that.
and while-
Yep, strategy.
And while none
Rob
of us
Steigering.
would get I mean, because you got to think,
Shit.
am I going to get the stuff that's going to impress the listeners, or do I know I don't have a shot, so I get 50 pounds of horse manure, or the equivalent, I should say.
No, I'm probably gonna do exactly that.
I'll give you a strategy here. Get the biggest hat you can get for $50.
Justin's just hoping that his old school loose wrestling figures by Galoob.
Come on,
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, like, would other than hashtag WrestlePals, great show by the way. Would anybody think that $50 worth of old school wrestling figures is cool? And would the winner want to have $50 worth of wrestling dolls laying around the house?
Yes.
Yeah, very good point.
Yeah,
eBay.
we're 3 for 3 over here.
I'd be.
It's all about the statutory.
Yes. Another subject, mind you, but still.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the word you
What?
wanted.
What? That's how you plan things out. Statutory.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
Yeah.
It means to plan things out. It means to figure out a way to do things. Statutory.
No, I think that has to do with like statues and like telling a good story about like statue story.
Oh, it's about telling stories about statues.
Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, statue story.
Okay, great. But okay. But I mean, that's what it's about. I think, like, I can come up with some cool shit.
Now,
for
do we
$50.
want to do that, or do we want to take the $50, get an eBay haul, or get a haul from the flea market, and then put it all on eBay and see who can make the most off of their garbage?
This is just our new business now.
Yeah.
By the way, I think I just made
would do
$2,000.
that, except for the
Oh,
fact
look
that
at you.
I don't get on
tell you
eBay and sell things. Otherwise, I would sell the shit that I had.
I'm just selling everything.
Sell it before they can take it.
I'm selling just anything that gets left in the clubhouse at this point.
Take heed, fellow listeners. Or
Well, I don't leave
Hosts.
anything but except cigar ashes. But I mean,
I'm selling so many bottles of empty bottles of Hennessy.
it's true. I see one. It's right over
really?
there.
How much did you make for those?
They're a good like $1.50.
Yeah.
But but then you charge them $8 for shipping. Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Makes sense.
Exactly.
Makes sense. See, that's good. That's good statutory right there.
Especially because the way I ship it, I just I take like the packing slip and I roll it
Right.
up and then I put it in the bottle and I just chuck that bitch into the ocean.
You know what? If they want a next day delivery, they should pay for it.
Exactly.
I'm completely
Exactly.
online with what you're saying. So okay, so you guys need to figure out a weekend so I can make sure that I'm available.
Right.
Okay.
You're very busy, man.
A weekend of some extremely wonderful flea marketing. Matt and I will donate money to Justin.
That's
who
right.
could come out
'Cause he
the
broke.
big-
See if he
who could
needs
come out
any
the big
groceries.
winner here.
Uh,
I don't look at that as a bad thing. Don't
Although
chuckle.
I might actually have a job by then. Who knows?
Really,
Yeah.
Would it be
you
against
got
the
stuff
rules?
in the works.
Yeah,
there's
hopefully.
employment in the horizon.
Oh, well, look at this.
Actually, essentially, I have to come up with a number that's agreeable to both parties.
Just go low.
5.
Low ball.
Don't,
7.
don't take less than $75,000 a year.
Perfect.
$75 and monthly suits.
I got 600 suits.
I'm telling you, and if they give you anything less, then you tell them, listen, you cheap fucking bastard.
Oh,
That'll go over well.
By the way, they're listening right now.
they might be.
I mean, it worked well for me.
Yeah, clearly.
He's making $75,000. Got suits for days.
Yes.
3.
Tell them
3 days.
whatever they offer you at the beginning. Whatever it is, you just sit there and just hoff at them.
Nah, just take the offer and just kind of like nod and look, and then slide it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And then if they're like, I can't believe, like if they like lose their mind and like, I can't believe you're denying it. It was like, no, it was not in my head. Like, yes.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Affirmation.
Just
Yeah.
make sure that they put it on a piece of paper and slide it across the table.
Yes. I only do that.
All right. Hey, Fredo, we got to wrap it up here. We've got our friends Ice in the Face calling. But, hey, Fredo,
Hey,
do you think that there's a statue of the bull somewhere?
I know that there's a statue of the bull on Wall Street.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Alfredo Torres. Now we got to go straight from.
They're going to be calling us here in a sec.
Oh,
So-
I
All
thought
right,
they were on the line.
Good talking to you. And real quick, guys, this is for hashtag WrestlePals.
Uh-huh.
Miz is on. The Miz is on. She's on Raw.
Ah,
I knew that was coming. I told you that earlier today. I knew that was going to
You
happen.
didn't tell me the Miz.
Yes, I did. And you said, oh, I don't think Miz needs to go. I was like, I think they're going to.
Oh yeah. Well, so's Dean Ambrose. Take that. How's that, you bitch?
Oh wow.
Shinsuke. That's why.
All right, now listen, guys. I got wrestling on. I gotta go.
Oh, yeah,
you
okay.
guys-
I love you, man.
Bye,
I love
Fredo.
you guys.
thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
So shortly, Ice in the Face, now that the line is cleared. Although, I don't know. I think they may have been able. I don't know. I don't know how Skype
I
works.
don't know how things work.
So back to the flea market thing. If I buy $50 in food and I just eat it before the end of the thing, is that all against the rules or
Yeah.
that shit?
Just don't respect our new show. Flea bags.
Yes. God, I love that. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Because what are we, Nathan?
Dicks.
Don't want to play along.
Doesn't want to play. Bring it on in here. The phone's ringing. Oh my God. Let's see if we got the video going. There they are.
Oh, and we got video?
Yeah, let's
Hello, can you hear us?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, whoa.
Yes, we can certainly hear you.
Yes.
Because we loud.
Yeah.
Are we loud?
No, we are.
Oh, okay.
We scream on this show.
All we do is
That sounds
shout.
exciting.
Yeah, we also have
Sounds like Tony Robbins is in the house, amping everybody up.
He's under the table.
it's also
Yeah.
a giant pot of coffee behind us if you haven't noticed, which I'm going to go ahead and get a cup.
I don't have any video from you guys.
Yeah,
Well,
because
we have YouTube.
I got the YouTube up though,
Yeah, you
so I
got the
can
YouTube.
So
see
you got
there.
to delay it. You know,
Oh look, we look
Whoa.
pretty good.
fun thing about that is I can never see I never see the show. Like the only way I can see the show is if I bring it up on YouTube, which is
Right.
like a delay. So anytime they run video, I got no idea what's happening. I'm
Yeah.
just over here like, yeah, it's funny, guys.
I hope it's good. You know.
I hope they drag that doctor right off the plane.
Yeah. What the fuck with that, dude?
Look,
That,
Rick, you're already getting love.
Yeah. Am I? Who's loving
yeah,
me?
Rick.
Ah, my sexy voice. Hey, what's up?
That's our
our Rick.
our Rick, I guess. But I know he's a listener. And by the way, we're joined by the podcast, Ice in the Face.
The only podcast
It's the only podcast that
That is-
matters.
Ever.
that isn't like no, I don't know. I think they're the only podcast. Oh, wait, that isn't a Disney podcast in my
Jesus.
The only podcast that I listen to, other than my own.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
When I still listen to podcasts, because now all I do is sit here in the studio all day, every day.
I know that feeling.
But I used to listen all the time. Rick's Rick is what Rick says.
Can we give you guys a piece of advice? If you're like, hey, you know, this podcast thing is going really well, I think we wanna take this and elevate it and maybe make a platform, like an internet radio station, and have other people on and make it live every night. Don't do it. You're just throwing everything away.
We go live for 3 hours every 2 weeks, and even that's sometimes rough.
Yeah, that's too much sometimes.
We
Yeah.
lost our whole audience.
Yeah, we lost like the GMYD audience, almost all of it gone from
gone.
when we transferred from podcast to radio. Which you would
Yeah, you regret, but this is uncensored radio, right?
It's
yeah,
true.
it's true. I feel like the show is more open in some ways better now.
Yeah.
People call in and call us fats. Bunch of fats.
Well, not now that we've been
Not
got
Justin,
kicked off
not
Twitch.
Justin.
Yeah.
We got kicked off of Twitch, so now we don't get called fats. So that's cool.
One of the well, actually, he wasn't calling us fats. He was just dropping in bombs
Yeah.
whenever we had shows with black people on it.
Oh my god.
He made the mistake last week of calling from his mom's landline.
Oh shit, that was just last week.
We got
Feels
his-
like forever ago.
We got his number, and they kind of put his number out everywhere.
Yeah.
And,
Oops.
Love that.
told him
That is so
to
good.
call him, and then maybe his address and his mom's name.
Maybe, just
No
maybe.
guarantee.
Maybe
We did the right thing, though, right?
allegedly.
I might have a box of shit in the mail on the way to his house. I might have it there.
Allegedly.
So
Allegedly.
we've told the story many times on this program about you guys being like literally the only good thing that happened to us at DC Podfest. I
Wait,
mean-
you didn't like giving up all your money for nothing?
Well, no, I did learn one thing. Step one,
Jesus Christ.
if you're going to have a podcast, step one, get a microphone.
No, that's amazing. I never would have guessed.
Step one.
Yep.
Now, I'm not like running them down because like they did something.
Nice
That's
guys.
awesome. It's just tremendous.
Yeah, I
people.
love them. I think they're great.
Super nice people.
But it was not the place for GMYD. We did not belong there.
Yeah,
The problem
yeah.
was mostly it just wasn't marketed the right way. If I was in charge of that festival or whatever and I couldn't change any of it, like the actual festival itself, I would just change the advertising. If it was advertised advertised specifically towards people that wanted to make a business and use their podcast as a business and stuff like that, it would have worked out better. But when you just say podcasts, entertainment podcasts, think that includes them, and this really, in my opinion, didn't at all. And that made it even weirder that they brought in a podcast with a high listenership as the entertainment, because that didn't represent the type of people that they were working with.
I feel like that podcast also folded like right afterwards.
No.
It didn't.
Last podcast.
Oh, that's we had enough of that by then. We didn't come back for that.
Not folded.
I don't know if you've seen their Patreon recently, but I think that podcast is pulling in about $16,000 a month.
Oh, is it any good?
Yeah, it's
actually
really
very
good.
good.
Yeah, they're
cool,
good.
They're good. I have no problem with people that are good.
Yeah. Well,
getting rewarded.
Speaking of Patreon and speaking of good podcasts, you guys are on the Patreon machine, no?
We're on the Patreon. I like Patreon. I think Patreon's cool, man. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think this whole fucking thing is I love the name Radio Free Radio.
We do too.
Because I have this like whole thing where, first off, I find the name to be totally ironic, which I really love. But like, you guys keep it podcasty.
Yeah.
And I think that's like really important. Like I think that too many people are trying to think of podcasting as the new radio, but let's make podcasting the first podcasting wave. You know what I mean? And I love the way that you guys do. I love the name. I love everything. It's awesome.
The worst thing about the name is like SEO. Like it doesn't show up anywhere.
It's dead. Just the worst thing you could pick is free and radio, and then say radio twice.
But I mean, that's why we have to get in people's face a lot and just be like, this is, and Matt said it earlier, this is the thing. Like, this needs to be the thing for people.
Well, like, and I don't like you guys. I don't think fall into this at all. But I think a lot of podcasts fall into thing with. Well, number one, I think a lot of them are started by people that just aren't interesting. They just don't have anything to offer their audience.
Totally agreed. And in comedy, sometimes it gets really weird because you have too many people who think they're funny and they're not.
Yeah.
The comedy, the podcast started by comedians. I just can't do anymore. I've even stopped listening to like WTF. It got so formulaic. But I think the second thing is that people really don't realize, and that we really tried to harp on and do with GMYD, is that you can literally do whatever you want.
Yep.
Like a lot of people fall into that kind of hole of we're a podcast, so we have to sound like this. You can do whatever you want.
Literally.
And that's so important too, because, like when I talk about people, you have these people who I think grew up thinking they were going to be radio DJs, and then podcasting came along, and now they're sort of like trying to like make podcasting fit that mold. And it's like, please don't do that. Like, it's okay if you want to do advertising. It's okay if you want to market yourself in the same vein or whatever. But like this idea that like we have to like clean up our act and, get our shit together for sponsors and shit. Podcasting represents something really interesting in art to me, which is it's like this really genuine blend of the corporate world and the art world sort of coming together, where it's like, okay, I'll advertise your shit on my podcast, but I'm not changing a fucking thing that I do for you.
Well, I think you guys found the perfect medium. Is you just went out and found a sponsor that would fit with the condoms.
Yeah.
Listen, condoms and audiobooks go well together.
And they're good for us.
Yeah.
Well, and
they're good for humanity.
Every week you guys do a condom read that is like, it's definitely a read, it has like a fluidity from week to week. You don't mistake it to, it doesn't have it has a continuity, I guess. But at the same time, you guys are still having fun with it, going off the rails and just, doing something funny.
Dude, in the past couple months, more people have commented on the condom ads at the beginning of the show than anything else on the show.
There's a podcast called Odd Dad Out, and the guy was talking about the undercover condom commercials that we do, and he's like, I've never listened to a show where they talk about penises at such great length with such great enthusiasm.
how else do you talk about them?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
have to be
yeah, right,
enthusiastic,
you know?
right?
Yeah, and you got to talk about the length.
Yeah. Sometimes the
Endless
girth.
material. Endless material.
I want to cut all those together and send it to Undercover Condoms.
Are those? Is that doing pretty well for you guys?
No,
I
don't use condoms.
think I find Patreon to be way more like lucrative. I mean, it's not lucrative at the moment, but
Yeah.
potential for it to be lucrative is there.
Like we've got to the point where it covers the station costs.
Yeah.
And
That's
and a
that's
little
an
bit more.
amazing accomplishment, though. It takes
I know.
a long time to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we've been hovering about the 120 mark, and it's like, well, we're not going down much, and we're not going up, but at least
Right.
it covers everything.
I think plateaus are okay though.
They're expected, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just trying to break out through that, and it's just hard trying to figure out what it is that's going to put the Patreon on, in more people's faces.
Yeah, I think it would be different if it was just us. If it was just us and we were doing it, then the garage is cool, and we don't really need to grow. But we're hitting a point where we've got to grow it as a station.
Yeah.
If we're going to be a real community station that kind of services not just the community, but the entire country as well.
Yeah.
That's when
have-
things get complicated.
Like where you guys are from, do you have a solid art scene, music wise or other?
It's toxic.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's a little toxic, and especially the art scene. It's toxic. It's hard to break into.
You have to be part of what already exists. Kind
So
of.
It's
like,
just big enough to
cookie
suppress, not big enough to really succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcasting is interesting, man, because it's like you can be really popular, but like in one concentrated area, and like I hear podcasts all the time. They're like, "Damn, we are really big in Thailand." They're like from Ohio.
Yeah, we have a lot of Chinese listeners.
Yeah.
We're big in China.
When
I don't really
GMYD
understand it.
when GMYD was just solely a podcast, it was Seattle and Northern California.
Yeah. San Francisco, we were really big. In Chicago, we were starting
Well,
to
at
grow
least
in.
you guys are in the same country.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Great Britain, we were doing decent
well
in
in Britain.
in Great Britain.
But,
It
Those are all gone
still
now.
still makes me happy to think about like little clusters of groups of people that like actually want to sit around and listen to our voice for an hour
Yeah.
together as a group and like pass it along to their friends. Like,
Nobody's passing our show along to anyone.
they're putting it on cassette.
They're like I told them to post this as a poll on our Twitter to ask, if you listen to our show, do you listen to it with headphones on purpose so that way no one accidentally hears you listening? Because like we had one friend who said, God, I put on your show and my grandmother was in the room with me. Thanks a lot for not giving me a fucking warning first. And I just feel like most people probably don't want anyone they live with to hear them listening to our show about, people fucking mailboxes. And
yeah, like
things
people
that.
with families aren't reposting this. Like, oh, you got to hear the segment about the porcupine dick. Like, it's not happening.
I think people should hear that though.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like normally if somebody said it's a podcast about people fucking mailboxes, I might go and roll my eyes.
What would you call it? Special delivery?
MALE boxes.
Oh, okay. Mailboxes.
But listening to what you guys do, like you guys can be that complete crass, just in your face, dirty, but it's still hilarious. Like that's not easy to do.
Nah, there's an art to it.
Yeah.
It's really just the misery of the world. If the world wasn't so shitty, we wouldn't have anything to talk about.
That's a good point.
That's a
We're
very
just
good
killing
point.
ourselves. You know what, man? It's just I think like when I was a kid, and I've told this story like, a bunch of times, but when I was a kid, like my dad, like by the time I was 9 or 10 years old, I had entire like George Carlin and Andrew Dice Clay acts completely memorized already.
Yeah.
And he was just totally fucking fine with letting me be like 8, 9, 10 years old and just watch Andrew Dice Clay like on repeat, And I feel like that's for me, if I have roots in comedy in any way, it's those old school dirty fucking comics, but they weren't just dirty; they were like wicked smart. Like George Carlin was smart.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that. I love that blend of dirt and intelligence. You know.
Yeah, I think you just hit it right on the head though too, because yeah, it's a dirty show to listen to, but like it's a lot of fun and it's actually really smart. Because you know one of the things that GMYD always did was we were always trying to be clean because, well, number one, we were trying, like you were talking about earlier, we were trying to play the game, and we thought, well, if we're clean, you know, maybe we'll get somewhere. But we always thought it was like, you know, let's be clean because it's more intelligent. I don't know if that's necessarily what I mean, but like,
well, because it became one of the bits.
Right.
Because one of the bits was we're clean until I say fuck.
right.
Right.
And then my fuck is going to have that much
It's
more
gonna resonate.
weight.
Yeah.
It's
when I
like
break
when
it.
Silent Bob talks.
Exactly. Except
It
I just say fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It's hard to censor yourself when you're not used to it. We have one show where I prefer that I actually am the one that's more adamant about us being more careful about our language, just because of the audience is very different, and it's it's like medical related. And even that show, which I am so careful, and that it is so hard for me. Even that show, I read a review the other day, and it said, "I just wish the language was a little cleaned up, so I don't feel weird listening with my family." I'm like, that show might have had like one hell or damn ever. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe we're still getting criticized.
And that's the thing. It's I think you just have to. I think as creators, we just have to just say fuck it. As long as we're being true to what we want to put out there, we just got to do it and hope that it resonates with somebody. I mean, that's what we do with a lot of our stuff, because we do some weird stuff like the our live reads. We did a lot of speaking of comics. We had some comics on when me and Nathan used to do the Matt and Nate podcast, and we're doing it, we're interviewing them, and then we stop, and I was like, I've got a live read. Nathan, can you get the live read? Nathan starts reading this live read that, if you ever listen to our old show, we used to do fake live reads. So
they were great.
He starts reading for the pedophile. It's basically, do you want to keep all your kids' medical records in one place where you can find them at any time? Then you need the pedophile. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. The what? The pedophile. It's like, what? You sold them something for something called the pedophile? I look across the table, and these comedians have this weird look on their face, like they don't know what's happening, like they're completely like offended and caught off guard, and they don't know what to do, and they're just scoffing at us. I was like, "Are you serious? I've heard your act. I didn't laugh."
Oh, clean comics, dude. Oh my god,
it's too painful.
Dude,
they weren't even clean comics.
If there weren't at least a handful of people in the world that appreciated all my rape jokes, I would have nothing left.
Now, that's where I draw the line. Rape
no.
is not funny.
That's where we as men draw the line. She could say whatever the fuck she wants.
True.
Dude, I have almost everything checked off the box. 1, I'm a woman. 2, I'm disabled. Like,
just use it.
You know, I could just.
So if there's ever some shit that I want to say, but I know I can't, I just look at her and I'm like, and then it's fine. I can get away with it.
Yeah. Rick's like, we can never break up because I like the parking.
The parking's pretty sweet. Parking's pretty sweet.
So speaking of Podfests, last week we were talking about doing our own, and how awesome it would be if Ice in the Face could come down and hang with us and do a Podfest here.
He would be honored to come out there and do a
yeah.
pod. But you sign us up right now. We're on that pod.
We're working on it.
Sign us up on the official ledger.
Ours is going to be more entertainment based.
Yeah.
Also, we've got one workshop that's what kind of gear do you need?
Yeah.
Step 1, microphone. Start with microphones.
Start.
How important is the board?
Not
Whoever's
even.
gonna do the workshop on the microphones, can he have like super greased coiffed hair and like like a tweed suit, like that guy with the big bright fake smile that sat with us when we were doing our podcast listen? I don't remember his name, but it was real awkward because that when our podcast and your podcast were sitting in the podcast festival listening to each other's show, and then that dude came over who had like that big bright commercial smile.
Oh, he was super positive.
Yeah, he was the guy who gave the workshop on marketing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He was like a professional marketer. Like his
Yeah.
business card was a cartoon face, a cartoon version of him smiling.
Oh.
Hey,
Like a
what's
game,
going on, guys?
like a game show host.
Which made it even weirder that he said he liked our show. I'm like, this fucking guy?
He was the last guy I expected because it was like one of those like scenes out of a movie where he was walking out the door, but like just caught like our shows playing in the background. He was like, wait a tick. And then like turned around, he's like, what is that I'm hearing? And he gets in close and it's like, and he fucked the mailbox. And he's like, this is great.
Did someone say come?
I'm all in.
He loved you guys, hated us.
Well, whoever does the microphone workshop, please dress appropriately. Dress.
That's
dress
true.
The way.
That is true. Yeah.
With a big silver microphone that they hold like this.
The poor Podfest, because I know what their audience is, and it's like these guys that are really just starting out. They don't have any clue what they're doing.
Hobbyists.
They're
Yeah.
hobbyists, and they're just gonna pod fade. I was looking at and no disrespect to Podfest, they do a good thing.
Yeah, it's ultimately it's a
But
good thing.
I
Yeah.
was looking at the list of microphones. It had like they did because I saw that they when they saw that Ice in the Face was on, they liked the our post. So I went and just to see what they were doing, what they were up to, and they had an article about like podcast gear, like if you want to get into it. So I was like, I'm gonna check this out. And the microphones they put on there, like the first one was that Shure like the SM7B, like the thing that like the mic that like NPR podcast uses and like WTF.
Right.
The one that's not going to do you any good
It's
if you don't have a good space.
$400 mic. It's gonna pick up the entire room. The cheapest one on there was like a $300 Procaster.
Wow,
on,
dude,
man.
we use 3 different kinds of microphones on our podcast, and not a single one of them is over $100 each.
Yeah.
We use we
Dope
use
as fuck. Like, I'm sorry, like our podcast,
I prefer my microphone.
our podcast sounds good.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we're
great.
able to do that.
Oh yeah,
like,
you can
affordably.
sound great. We use $50 and less sometimes, like this one. We use $50 Audio Technica because we need like 7 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's,
and they sound great. I'm using Audio Technica right now.
Yeah, they're fantastic mics. $50 for these things. We put all of our money essentially, as far as gear, into computers, and into the board, because that's where the sound's going to be. And even the board we got for like $400. It's just
so
a really
pretty.
good.
It's my friend.
It's a really good board.
What type of board do you use? Because ours is gonna die soon.
Allen and Heath Z14. I cannot recommend Allen and Heath enough. It's a beautiful board.
Yeah, and if
got
you
so
don't
many
need
toys.
I think it's a 16.
Yeah.
If you don't need that, if you need like half the inputs, they have a cheaper version that's only got 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I have like an 8-year-old like Tascam that I use, and everything processes super slow on it. But the reason I use it is because it's like unbelievably reliable when it comes to, like you said, the sound. The board helps push and master the sound as it comes out, depending on what you use. And like this board has been completely good to us for years at this point.
Well, and also, depending on the space, you don't want those big $400 condenser mics because they're going to pick up the room better.
Yeah.
Totally, dude.
If you had like 4 of those things going in this garage, the shows would sound miserable.
It'd sound horrible. That's the kind of stuff those guys needed to hear.
Yeah.
You don't need all this board, but it's being sponsored, so
yeah.
We did like a podcasting class, and most of the people that sign up for those classes are like 80-year-olds who like want something to do on a Wednesday night or something.
And
but
housewives.
it's very much beginners. And like I told them too, I was like, you're more likely to have people stick around and listen to your show if it sounds good, but it's completely boring, than if it's extremely exciting and interesting, but sounds like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just absolutely the truth.
Yeah.
And it's something you can
there's
work up
shows
to.
that I know I would like because they're people I would like that I do like, and I'll listen to like a couple minutes. I'm like, I can't listen to this. Like I can't get into it because I'm so distracted by how bad it sounds.
Yeah.
Because they read those articles that say, go get a Yeti and drop that Yeti in the middle of the room and just have it pick everybody up.
Right.
It's not going to work like that.
No.
But then you've got the other spectrum that's like, go get the most expensive stuff you can get.
Drop $8,000 and get started.
Nope.
That just amazes me, man. Like I was reading like Adam Carolla talking about dropping like $100,000 in a podcasting studio. And it's like, I mean, hey, if you have $100,000 to drop in a studio, fucking all the power to you, I guess. But I was like, damn, that's what the fuck did you buy for $100,000?
If we had the money to do it, we'd do the same thing. But I mean, if you don't have the sponsorship money coming in,
Yeah, that's the big difference.
then it just, I don't know. It's sometimes it's just, I think everybody getting into podcasts, somebody needs to sit them down and be very realistic about how it's going to go.
You have to be consistent too. I think that's another thing people don't think about.
That's the other point that I always make is if you fuck up even once, it's a hit against you. Like you have to be consistent no matter what.
Yeah. If you say you're doing once a week, you do once a week.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, people will forgive quality if you give them quality most of the time. But like Sarah just said, you have that one fuck up. If you don't like apologize right up front, hey, this is kind of fucked up, but sorry, this is, at least put that shit out.
Yeah.
You have to stay that once a week.
Merry Christmas.
Oh god damn.
Stupid Christmas episode.
Stupid Christmas episode. Yeah, Fredo says podcasting sucks, by the way. I mean, I get what you're saying. Fredo. But it's a lot of hard work. People don't think about it because it's a very low barrier of entry. Like anybody can
Like anything,
podcast. Yeah.
Like I see with the videos. Like I did that video today. Mm-hmm. Did you see that other video I sent you from Pixel Fest?
Yeah. Hey, cool. It's like downtown Norfolk.
You can either do it or you can't do it. You know, I mean, and you either, it's just like anything else. You either practice and you try to get better and you try to increase, like you either know your sound's not great, but it's listenable. You just got to work on it and keep working on it and get the sound better and figure out what you're doing.
I don't find the experience any different than being in a band and playing music.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's all about practice. It's all about sound. It's about being honest with yourself when you have to change some shit up when shit isn't working. And, you know, it's also about being honest about whether or not what you're doing is any good. And, you know, like everything else, you also have a lot of people who stroke themselves and think that they're just dope as shit. And they don't understand why they're not blowing up. And, well, it takes time. It takes development. It takes patience. No one knows who you are, so it's a slow burn. You have to learn the business, learn how a hashtag actually works.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
And then it still might not even work.
Yeah.
It still might not work. True.
Most of the times it doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm depressed.
Yeah, well.
Fredo says, no offense to your guests, but Fredo, I guarantee if you listen to Ice in the Face, you'll love them.
Yes.
They are right up your alley, my friend.
I recommended you guys to someone last week. In fact, one of the hosts of another podcast, and
Sandwich.
No.
Oh yeah. Same pod, but
legal. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
When I don't get the codes,
we can talk deep. We can talk to this person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm in.
And I told her I just recommended it, and within like minutes she hit back and she was like, "God damn it, these guys are good." It's like, I hate that they're good. And I was like, "Yeah, well, I wouldn't tell you any crap."
Yeah. So when we say you're the best thing that happened to us at Podfest, it's not an exaggeration. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm so happy that we met. Like, at least we ended up meeting some cool people in the end. I mean, honestly, we could have met outside and saved some money.
That's true.
Lots of money.
Lots of money. And let me tell you, we were having more fun out in DC, out in the world.
Until I got stabbed in the soft palate, but that was beside the point.
It wasn't your fault.
That's Godzilla.
But I did. But people
fucking
that
up.
ran it, they're really great and hardworking. It just, I feel like it was mostly a failure in ironically enough, in marketing it, which is funny because half of the workshops were about marketing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the downfall was.
Podcasting is also just a weird animal. And again, and it's also like music. Like it's like saying I'm a podcaster is like saying I make music. It's like, well,
I'm an artist.
Well, what the hell does that mean? You're a what do you I podcast about yoga. Well, I podcast about people fucking mailboxes. Well, I podcast about fishing. Like, it's the spectrum is so wide. So, at the time, I looked at it and I went, in a way, like if I were throwing this Podfest, I'd have no idea who's coming through the door.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely no idea, man. People who are like trying to run a business through this are people like us.
Yeah.
Well, we had applied. We had applied to do a live podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it didn't
They
work.
said, "Fuck you. You can't do one."
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if they had brought us in for that and they had a better block of just live podcasts, it would have been better for people like us because we could have gotten up there and entertained.
If there was something that was lacking, like if I had like an honest critique to give, it would have been that those little live shows that were really entertaining should have been popping off like I don't know, once an hour or once every 2 hours,
without a doubt.
like that. And that would have been more like all inclusive. But again, the one that we went to was their first one.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been there since, but if anything, I got to give them credit for giving it a try.
Yeah.
They definitely keep active with at least with us. It seems they like keep
Not
up
with us.
with our show.
We are bridge burners.
What do you guys see? Like, you guys want to throw a Podfest? Like, how do you envision that Podfest?
Like everything that other one isn't.
Well, really, it would
A
be
celebration. So
Yeah.
I think what we're looking to do is we're looking to get a headliner, like a headliner show, and like I think we've been talking to like Greg Proops,
Yeah,
and he seems like he's receptive
he's
to do it.
Definitely receptive.
So
if we
he
can
would
get ahead of
close
it.
out the show, and then throughout the day we'd have some workshops, but then we'd also have some workshops in like a side hall, and then through the main hall just shows, just showcases for shows, all day and into the night, and with the headliner being a national podcast. Henry Rollins said no way would he ever do this.
This is something he would never ever consider.
That's what he said.
Directly to me.
Really?
we're
Henry
all-
Rollins said that?
We're
Yeah.
all weeping.
He said this is something I would never ever consider.
This is
What, a podcast festival or
Yeah.
podcast in general?
podcast because he had just started when I emailed him. He had just started his pod, and so like I reached out to him, and he got his exact words: "Hey Justin, thanks for reaching out, but this sounds like something I'd never want to be part of. Thanks."
Could have just
I
said
honestly,
no.
I respect the honesty.
I
know, I do
It's
too.
so much
I
better
do
than
too.
the
We love it.
fuckers that read your message and then never respond
Oh,
ever.
true that.
He seems like a good guy. It's just I love that response. I would never do this.
At the very
Especially
least,
it happens to me.
At the very least, he gave you a story out of it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Thank you for giving me a segment. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we're trying to. But Greg Proops wrote back and he was like, I'm open to this. So I think we can get somebody
Well, looky
on
here.
that level.
Look here. I mean, not the same level, but this would definitely be a big get locally. Fredo says TVZ reunion, Tours
Yeah.
vs Zombies.
That's
We could do
something
that.
big we would do,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Hell,
Do you think it's gonna last like more like it's gonna be like a 2-day affair or like 1 day or 3 days?
Thinking one day,
Probably
but like
one
a
day.
long day.
probably like one long day, and get as many shows as we can get in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into the workshops, but I don't think we need as many. Firstly,
I don't think we do either, but I think it would
Just
be
a
nice
couple,
to get
yeah.
a couple that were realistic.
get a
And
get a
we're
microphone.
headed up not by marketers,
Get
but
a
by
microphone.
podcasters.
You have to get a microphone
Yeah.
and a board.
But I think like a podcasting 101,
Yeah.
a realistic
A
podcast
realistic, yeah.
101. What do you really need? What are you gonna face? Things like that.
God, I want to give that workshop. I'll be
I was
like
just
when
gonna s-
Cartman becomes teacher.
You got it.
I was literally just gonna say that should be you guys. Ice in the Face do podcast 101.
just
Dude,
be
I'll
raw.
totally do that.
Who's
like drill
teacher
instructors.
now?
When do you guys want to do it?
When were we thinking about doing it?
Well, we just started talking about it last week. So like initially Initially, I wanted to do some. What's the word I'm looking for?
We brought it back up last
Yes.
week. We've been developing it for since Podfest. Since we were sitting in the hotel room, just counting gunshots and disappointments.
I wanted to
So
counter.
you've got this thing blueprinted out, is what you're saying.
A little bit.
I wanted to counter program that one thing that's happening in May, but I don't think we can turn it
I
around
think
that
I'm
fast.
going to that.
Aw, boo.
What
We'll
thing?
talk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know
Is it
what
like
it is.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
No,
run?
it's a thing that I kind of blew up.
You know what? I can't get behind Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I really can't. Like,
Well, you stand in front of him and you grab.
That money's going straight into some fucker's pocket.
see, she gets it.
Yeah.
Whole goddamn neighborhood turns pink. Like that money. Where do you think all the money for those pink ribbons and shit go? It all goes to some fucking CEO.
Yeah.
If you go give money to someone with breast cancer, you are doing more than all the retards who buy like pink T-shirts at Target.
Yeah. And the NFL. Fuck the NFL.
My new thing that's been annoying me is, hey, you wanna round up and give to sick kids? No. I don't know where that money's going. Let me see one of these kids. We'll
South
talk.
Park did it.
You should be like, I'd like to meet the kids first. Just because they're sick doesn't mean they're good people.
Can we get background checks on these children?
I don't like the cut of that kid's jib.
He better have some sort of accomplishment, not just I slid out of a vagina.
A bunch of sick kids coming in giving interviews.
Yeah, why do kids get free passes just because
Yeah.
they're young?
Yeah,
Like they're still some of them are still shitty.
they still run drugs and fuck people up.
That's true. That's what kids are known for, actually.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
I'm a big supporter of autism awareness and whatnot, but them kids are kind of assholes.
Yeah.
A lot of kids are assholes. Most kids are assholes.
The vast majority. I mean, look what grows them.
Yeah.
Horrible people.
Assholes.
Good point.
Look at me.
No,
I got two of
vaginas,
them.
Justin.
Oh,
Who's got 2 kids?
I got 2 kids.
Justin?
Yep. Yes, because I'm a crazy man.
No
You
more
are
for
not
you.
using undercover condoms.
You're not using undercover
True.
condoms.
What is a
Or you're
condom?
using them very wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go in your pocket, right?
Stretch at your hand. Look,
You're
they're
not,
webbed.
you're not supposed to staple them on.
That's where I went wrong.
I use nothing but undercover I actually use used condoms. They're just as good. They've been washed out and
Yeah.
sterilized.
Yeah.
They really hug on too.
Well, not the ones I use. I don't know if it's me or they just stretched out.
A rubber band, a Ziploc bag.
They do come with free rubber bands,
Oh.
so that's good. You're using them wrong.
Yeah. Just shit. Watch a YouTube tutorial.
Do you ever chew on them?
See,
When we were
Pop 'em in the mouth?
teenagers, a mutual friend of ours used to buy his condoms from the dollar store for like
Oh.
thing. And I used to always tell him, like, dude, you're gonna get your girl pregnant because you're so fucking stupid. Like, why would you like? If you have to spend a lot of money on one thing, why would that be the thing you're not spending the money on? He's like, these are just as good as any other. I'm like, no, they're fucking not.
They're made of
They were
cheesecloth.
fucking made in like a swamp somewhere.
you just open up, they're just repurposed Ziploc bags.
It's got a thread count and it's low.
If you go to the dollar store to buy like some Comet or like some toilet paper, that's one thing.
fine.
But something that's gonna like hook like a 40-year disaster to your life that just sucks money out of your wallet.
Not you,
forever.
Matt. Not you, Matt.
I don't know though. You sprinkle a little Comet on your dick, I don't know if that's gonna stop any kind of pregnancy. I'll try it.
Oh my God.
It'll clean the shit out of her.
Where are you
And you.
putting? Oh,
I mean, your shit is really gonna gleam.
It's really scrubbing the hell out of it.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Just get yourself some Comet, some steel wool.
Ah,
Oh, God.
Really get in there.
Yeah, you want to get that outer layer off. It's a big problem.
oh,
Besides, it's all shitty looking and wrinkled.
Shitty being the operative.
it just looks like a dog's dick now. I've sharpened it.
For some reason, it's lubricated all the time.
By the way, what dollar store is selling condoms?
Justin needs to know.
Where I lived at the time, the dollar store was selling. In fact, I think dollar stores still sell condoms. They're not. They didn't sell like boxes of them. They had like one of those
loose ones.
No, they had like one of those candy jars, and it was like full of like single condoms.
Guess
you know?
how many condoms?
Yeah. They're the defective ones.
They're
like
all
the
weird colors.
they're like the grade D. They've got like gradient colors
They're
because
like
they were mixed
they're
wrong.
like Taco Bell condoms.
Yeah.
It's a meat condoms.
Kids are standing there putting safety pins through them and putting them back.
These are all the ones that don't work.
Staple
teach
your
you.
receipt. It's great.
You open them up, they're just two just stuck together.
Yeah.
Double up.
Double up.
Yeah.
It's like getting 2 yolks out of an egg.
Pre-docked. It's nice.
Oh my god.
They have no cum catcher. They just hug onto the head tight.
It's just as soon as you blow it, just the top just flies off, just pops right off. It's like a shotgun shell.
Yeah, the rubber's just...
Didn't we on Ice in the Face talk about condoms that only go over the head of your dick?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
Wait a second.
Is this a thing?
Like an anti-turtleneck?
Like so,
It's like a ski mask for it.
Would
It's
you feel
great.
freer? Like, would you feel like there was more happiness in your sex life if you weren't completely covered?
Yeah. See, I want as many condoms as I can.
Yeah.
Like
Full body.
like my fiance just bought like
There's a YouTube video waiting to happen. Just one after another
The
after
last-
another. Just keep applying.
the last time she went and bought condoms because I make her go buy condoms.
From the dollar store.
Because it'd be embarrassing
From
for
the
you.
dollar store, yeah.
Hey.
I got a deal on these at the dollar store. You're like, my cock gets thick with rubber.
She
but
came
would you
back
be
with
okay-
thin, and I was like, "What is this?
I don't want to feel
I need to
anything.
feel less. How long you want this to last?"
Could you imagine if they had ultra thick? I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, get
this
the
is
studded
what I need.
condoms.
Just aluminum foil. It's
Yeah.
great.
This
Studded
is what I
condoms
need.
is like putting a whole boa constrictor on your dick. It's like your cock has the mumps. Like, it's the worst invention of all time. It's supposed to be like an upgrade from like ribbed.
I've never seen that before.
It's the worst.
but
It
just
looks
I
like
feel
your
scaled.
dick
like
is
it would
covered in
look
blisters.
infected.
Like it just looks like a snake is eating a mouse and hasn't digested it yet.
With the chicken pox. It's just, what is wrong with this? Like,
You pull out and it's just like. Pop, 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 pop.
Sounds like a rumble strip.
I'm up.
yeah, exactly.
I'm awake.
You like that, baby?
Her pubes light on fire.
That's the worst.
That's an exciting moment.
It is.
You can get all these at Undercover Condoms.
Yeah. Sign up. Go to iceintheface.com and click the condom wrapper on the side.
We've got to get something like that. Nobody
Oh.
would use it.
No. No, I mean, we have Amazon, something that everybody uses like once a week.
And we can't even seem to use it
Yeah.
when we buy stuff from Amazon. I
Work.
I spent like $700 on Amazon stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Got a bunch of stuff for the studio, and I was like, shit, I didn't use our Amazon banner.
I didn't activate.
Oh,
Man. But what's after a studded condom, you know? You got the ribbed, you got the studded.
uh-huh.
The thorns,
Yeah, I was gonna say the spiked.
barbed,
Oh man, now we're going hardcore.
like those barbs that like you put it in, and like it goes in fine, but it just gets caught on the way out.
It's like the cat dick
yeah,
condom.
this is the locking condom.
You pull out, and you've just got pure labia.
Oh, she's like, oh, I needed that trimmed down anyway.
Thanks.
Don't worry about babies.
It was super thick. It was like a pile of pancakes down there. Now it's down to the nitty
Now
gritty.
it's just waffles.
Ooh, like a cheese grater.
Oh,
That would be worse. Would that be worse than barbs? Cheese grater. Like
Nothing's worse.
It's got the
Grater.
dome.
The worst thing ever.
Like if you're grating some cheese,
Even grating cheese is hard because you have to use a cheese grater. And you're like, I just don't even put my fingers near it.
you know, being an American, I feel like a cheese grater is an extraordinarily dangerous thing to have around. Like,
It is.
like where's the Nerf grater where like my fingers are protected by something, you know?
What does that have to do with being an American? Because we're
Because
dumber
everything's all
than everyone
nerfed.
else.
Like everywhere you go, things are like there's a gate up or like a sign that says "Don't step over the edge or you'll die." Or
Yeah, but that's because we're all pussies now.
yeah,
Just in the kitchen looking for an adult to help you.
yeah.
Please,
It's nerf for
I'm
nothing.
gonna hurt myself, Mom.
Well,
Gonna
let's
grate
say
my
you got a
fingers
kid.
off.
You guys got kids, right? Sometimes you want the baby to, help out and maybe grate some cheese for your taco.
Right.
You can't do that if you can't just give them a cheese grater and have them go at it.
Unless you want to be rid of that problem,
It's true.
Which
and then
Which I think
You
there's
know-
way better things to do. Like me, I'd throw mine in a quarry. Nobody ever
oh
goes
my
in a
God,
quarry.
you're so right.
Who's gonna go looking for babies in a quarry?
That's cool to say, like a bog or a bayou.
I feel
What
like
happened to your kid? It's in the bog. Nobody gets to say that.
yeah, but I feel like if you put it in like a bayou or something, there's gonna be a dude on an airboat. He's just airboating around, mullet flowing freely in the wind,
No hair in
Right.
the eyes, though.
and then boom,
But
just
you know
runs
how
right
many
into the
bodies
baby.
He sees? You'd be like, oh, Gator's gonna get that body again,
Yeah.
and then that's
True.
the end of his day.
That's
Unless he's
true.
looking for a helper, and then he just sort of fishnets the kid out, brings it home, raises it on like frog skins, and
No, he's gonna tag that baby, bring it in, see what the skin will bring him. How much? I've seen that swamp people.
I'll
How
tell you
much
what,
of it was a baby skin?
Baby skins, they're rare.
Yeah,
So
rare.
It's got to go for a lot of. I mean, on the black market, I believe a baby back in the '90s used to go for $50,000. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking skin, I mean, it's easier to get a baby than it is to
Wait,
get
wait,
baby
wait.
skin.
How's the baby market doing?
We
these
talking
days?
white baby.
It's up and
A
down.
healthy white baby.
Okay.
healthy white baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
well,
feel like there's a fucking run on them.
they only give out like 2 or 3 tags of those like a season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always running around like, hey, you got any extra baby tags?
Baby tags. I tagged so many ears.
Tagged out. Oh,
There's
yeah.
just babies doing like backstrokes through the
They
bog.
find out that like one person stole the tag, so they have to kill its baby.
Yeah.
just a baby, like just looking like Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now.
Pile.
I think this baby's been illegitimately tagged.
You can just see their noses. Just haul it in. You gotta make sure you get a baby right in the back of the neck with the gun when you hook it. It's the only way. That's their. Am I the only person who watches Swamp People?
Yes.
Otherwise, they scamper away.
They got armor, right?
Babies don't have armor.
I know
Yo,
very
if
little
they
about
did.
babies.
If they did.
Yeah, you're gonna find out that one baby that does have armor. You didn't tag him in the back of the neck like you were supposed to, and he's gonna flip into the boat, totally eat you.
Yeah. Not to mention, it'd be like finding like an albino alligator. Like it's like 1 in a million
Yeah, it's not gonna
to
happen.
find an armored baby floating in the bayou.
They say that those armor or those albino gators are like rare, but I like went down to Louisiana and to the aquarium, and they're like there was a whole tank full of them. Like they
Yeah.
were just lousy with them.
Those are the only ones on Earth.
It's like I shouldn't be seeing 8 of them together.
Yeah. Like if these are rare, I should be getting like a picture of one.
Yeah, exactly. Spread those fuckers out.
Yeah.
Send a couple to San Diego.
I'm starting to think this is all bullshit.
They're just painted.
Yeah, they
Just
they
spray
spray
'em.
paint them when they come in and put contact lenses in their eyes.
That's the hard part.
Yeah. Gators don't take kindly to contact lenses.
Nah, they don't even like the solution. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, though, harder to get glasses on them.
Oh my God, you're right though.
They hate the test. They won't
It's the
sit still
nose.
for
It's
it.
a little wide.
It's just getting ridiculous.
That's crocodile. Then it's even wider.
God, you're right.
Tell the
Crocodile
difference.
with monocle
Perfect fit.
and a top hat. And a hipster goatee.
And dollar store condom.
So
He's gonna go for the dollar store magnums, I think.
They're already mumped up.
That's true.
Wait, they're not called ribbed. What the fuck are they called? Studded? Is that what you said?
Studded, yeah.
Alligators are already studded.
Yeah.
All right. Just gonna Google alligator.
Stud, don't do that.
don't do that.
Oh, alligator dick. Alligator dicks are internal, aren't they?
I have no. I mean, how does that work even?
All of our dicks are internal.
How does an
True.
alligator get her alligator vagina inside of a male to get his penis in her?
Well, there's no
I ask myself that every day.
This is a good question.
And a lion mounting a cheetah.
What?
He's going exotic.
And there's a lady riding that weird Gorn creature from Star Trek.
Wow.
Hey, how about no alligators? Shit ton of them.
What's your favorite animal sex combination?
Human, first of all. And that's pretty much it.
Human with a what?
With what? Other human, mostly.
Oh, okay.
Mostly.
Yeah.
I think that would be a mix.
Tortoises look funny when they fuck.
It's true. Horses make me uncomfortable.
Totally.
Yeah, it's way too big.
It's too big.
They'll never fit in there, Matt. Jesus.
You ever stumbled
Or
on
any sort of horse-like animal. Zebras, elk.
Well, there was that one guy that the story came out about the sex farm in Seattle a couple of years ago.
They just grow in sex?
It came out that he was killed by a horse while he was fucking the horse.
Let me know. When do you harvest the sex?
Well,
when you see the horse was fucking him.
Well, that's what I expect. I expected like a guy behind a horse, like maybe he's got one of those milking stools. I don't know. Yeah. And the horse, like, the horse gets mad. The horse, kicks him in the head. He dies. But it turns out
like
he was
God intended.
He was under the horse. Huh. He was taking it from the horse.
I believe the cause of death was perforated colon.
Perforated.
I feel like in this instance, you could say the horse was fucking him, not the other way around.
Shish kebab.
For all you know, that horse had been like following that dude forever, and the guy's like, "I'm not interested." And he's all like, "Don't say
just
nothing."
wore him down.
And, like, it goes on, and finally the guy he gets him a little tipsy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Come lay down in my barn."
Yeah.
He shows up
fermented oats.
He shows up at like on the guy, like there's a note in the guy under the guy's door that says, go up to the roof. And he goes up to the roof.
Gibberish written with hoof.
And the horse is just like nicely put out, like nice lights and stuff, and and is set a table on the roof,
probably a trough,
nice meal,
maybe an oat bag.
Yeah,
it's like okay.
The horse has got like a whole case of Axe body spray on.
Yeah. Horse, you're smelling good. What is that?
Smelling
Phoenix?
Yeah. The other horse in the barn's like, you smell good. You covered up the...
You done good,
You
Willie.
done good. You covered up the horse shit smell.
So,
make sure you douche out your horse vagina.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but it was a dude. It was a dude horse.
I'm sorry. Well, spray that thing off, please.
Spray that horse dong. So, just a quick side note. A bunch of people have hopped into the YouTube channel, on the YouTube chat, for some reason thinking that we are an Animal Jam channel.
Obviously, we've been talking about that for like 20 minutes.
I mean, it is. It's just a very different kind of Animal Jam.
Yes,
I like that the guy wrote the term mumped up.
Just a very different kind of Animal Jam, I think, than you were thinking.
Oh, this is an animal. The guy who died from the horse banging.
Jammed with
that was an Animal Jam.
That was an Animal Jam.
What's the other kind of Animal Jam?
Okay, so Don had his kid playing a game called Animal Jam on the channel.
It's on the channel. It's fine if he wants to do that, but we can't get subscribers that way.
We just need to
I don't
make
know.
sure we change the thumbnail.
Should have done an
is what I
title.
should have done. No, the title is Ice in the Face in GMYD.
Okay.
So I changed that.
Oh,
I
no.
just forgot to change the thumbnail.
Justin, did we get flooded in here by children expecting to see Animal Jam?
No, I don't think so. I hope not. It seems like
robotic horses playing ukulele.
Oh, this was the worst show for them to all tune into. There's just kids tuning in expecting to see this Animal Jam game. There's is it still the little thumbnail with his daughter playing the game?
Well, I think the thumbnail was just like a picture of the game.
Oh no, that's even worse.
I just changed it.
Good.
To us as cats. So
who cares, man? As long as you get them views.
Good point.
Very good point.
Good point.
It doesn't matter what they thought they were coming to see. It just matters that they stayed.
Yeah, Matt Grace, she came in for that, but she stayed, and she seems to be enjoying herself.
Oh, good.
Oh boy.
Matt Grace, thank you.
Thank you, Matt Grace.
And Matt Grace seems to be having a good time. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, agreed. So, you came here for a different reason, but hey, Entertain.
hey, let's run. So,
for this one.
what animals do we want to see fuck other animals next?
Like, do you want to see some interspecies sex? Obviously, human animal. That's disgusting. That's against God's word. So,
Humans already fuck
For real.
everything. There's no stretch of the imagination going on there.
yeah.
Doing ice in the face, I learned something very important, and that is, in the United States of America, human beings fuck animals 600% more than they do in the UK.
Wow.
Doesn't that blow your
600%.
Doesn't that blow your mind?
You.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get that USA. You got the American flag over there, Nathan.
2024, the
Let's
Olympic
get
Games.
that flying.
So,
Get Olympics, I'll watch.
it's gotta be realistic. I feel like no mouse.
All
just
I can picture is a
getting jammed by an
turtle
elephant.
rapist just chasing around really fast animals,
Turtle
and
rapist.
failing horribly.
Also,
Like the old
dootin',
dude
dootin'.
from Family Guy. People just think he's non-threatening because he walks real slow, but he's clearly a pedophile.
Yeah, right?
The
Dootin',
point
dootin'.
is, a rapist turtle, it wouldn't matter because it was too slow to matter.
You can't get
I
nobody.
don't think I've ever seen a humping fish. Do fish hump?
They just,
Connect
have
butts
eggs
or something?
down.
I just when you said that, dude, I pictured like a fish like biting his upper lip, like really putting his fish hips into it. Like a angry fucking goldfish.
Do
Yeah.
fish hump?
All I can think of is dootin', pig and elephant DNA. Just don't splice.
It just gave me a 16-second video clip of frog humps fish to death.
Word.
So I don't want to see frog and fish because I already have.
I think I know
Oh,
what
it's
we're
on a
ending the
loop.
show with.
I don't know if you want to do that.
It's 16 straight hours.
As it should be.
Tropical humping fish. I hope that's just not a breed.
I hope it is.
Oh, it's manta rays. Just suction cup into one another. Delightful.
So they do just suction cups.
Can you imagine
Yes.
if fish really did hump and you had two blowfish fucking and one got real nervous and he blew up and just spiked the other one to death?
I think I hear my mom.
You were like almost at coming but not quite, and then you got stabbed, and now you have like your dead lover stuck it to you all over, and you have to like pluck him out of your skin.
Would that happen, or would the other one blow up and then like immediately like shoot off like a balloon? Like if you're in a boat, watching it, just flies out into the out of the ocean, just flies
He blew
around for a
right
while.
out of that dollar store condom. It's just flopped out of her.
It's just. Now we got to do a GMYD test lab.
Yep. It's true. It's true. Let's get some fish
I
immediately.
want to be a guest scientist. I have a lab coat.
See? He's a doctor.
Good to go.
Got a lab coat.
I just got a link to a site selling shirts that say "I don't drink water, fish fuck in it."
Well, we're gonna need a new. We're gonna need a new computer.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks, Nathan.
And luckily, that's only the computer that runs the station.
Yeah, that's only the important one. So
That's good. Use the
please,
right one.
Yeah, please look up more garbage over there.
When my sister was younger, when she was back in middle school, maybe it had to have been middle school. She had to do a science experiment, and her science experiment was something to do with fish. But then after she was done with the experiment, she just left them all in the tank and then didn't feed them. So the fish just started disappearing.
Oh.
Dude, when I was younger, I had a goldfish in this disgusting tank that I can't even now remember where in the house the tank must have been for it to be so neglected and it was like a swamp. It was disgusting. And that goldfish got like radioactively gigantic. Like, it was so big it could like eat your hand.
Like nothing would kill it.
It's just ridiculous. Goldfish they're sneaky bastards. You don't realize how gigantic and threatening they can become.
That tank,
Right fish.
Yeah.
that
Fish
tank was
Tsushima.
right next to the microwave.
I was sitting on top of the microwave.
Well, I let him go in a fish pond.
Okay.
You let him go, or he grew legs
Yeah.
and walked away.
Potato.
Put on a top hat and said, "See you later."
He's got a mouthful of teeth.
Yeah, he shimmied with his walking cane out the door.
Hello, my
Good
baby.
day.
Hello, my ragtime.
And then like a tortoise jumped out of a bush and raped it to death.
See? There we go.
It's like, oh, beautiful, the birth of a new species. Nah, fuck to death.
Second ending.
No, wasn't it? Is that that was
And they're
Mini
done.
Me? That was like Vern Troyer on that one show when he got really drunk and he was just like
Oh my god, I was telling Rick about that. You know, when he's like peeing in the houseplant and like he's so fucked up that like he doesn't even know that he's not in the bathroom.
Wait a
They had to
second.
like bring him on his tiny scooter back to bed and then like nestle him between bosoms and sing him a lullaby
It's the only way he sleeps.
I feel like I know this.
Yeah.
This little
because
woodland
he
creature.
just couldn't handle his vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I know this. Where?
Like
What is this
lick the
from?
spoon to get fucked up. Like he's not drinking a whole fucking lot to get that fucked up.
No.
I mean, like giving your 5-year-old like a bottle, like a legitimate bottle of alcohol.
He's just down in airplane samples.
Yeah. He's drinking it from an eyedropper.
What are you looking up over there, Nathan? You scare me.
Shut up.
Oh, we got to clean that. FBI is gonna see that.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know, we're an FBI test house. They sent me a letter. They were like, "Hey guys,
Hey, we know what's going on there. We need to check you out.
I'm almost done. Leave me
Let
alone.
you know that
That we know.
There are some images of horse dick and animals fucking fish to death. But,
Totally legal. Totally fine.
All right.
you guys are fine. You're not in trouble. Just let you know you're on notice.
They're just concerned. Hey guys, you okay?
You're right.
I mean, we're the
You
FBI,
all right over there?
but
Just
you know,
your friendly government.
I think back in college, I wrote a story called Shark Fuck, just because I hated the class.
Shark fuck. Shark fuck.
It's like, oh, you want me to read
the
from
worst
my
worst
short
superhero.
story?
Now I shall read to you from chapter
What
1
was
of
it
Shark
about?
Funk.
Sharks fucking.
A letter from Shark Fuck to the Corinthians. Dear Corinthians.
Chapter 1. Teeth.
But it was like it was written as a romance novel. You know,
He had not one, not two, not three, but 4 glorious rows of sharp teeth
Yes.
that he gently bit the back of her neck out with.
man, I gotta dig
She
out
died.
Shark.
Just proofreading. Maybe ouch. I would take the word ouch. Ouch.
And please make the sharks fuck in the missionary position.
Oh, yeah.
The way they do
romantic.
in real life.
The eye contact. More personal that way.
Yeah. There's nothing
Just
better than
wall-eyed.
those 4 beady eyes are all looking
They're
into
like
each
the
other.
heartbroken horse who just lost the love of his life, sitting on the seashore, jerking off to the sharks,
That's right.
using his tears lube.
Yeah.
That
he's, like
story-
holding his hoofs together.
That story, we always feel so bad about the guy, but nobody ever thinks about the
No one
loved
ever.
one he left behind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's because they shot him.
Yeah. Selfish fucking bastards.
Kept the dick though.
Who wouldn't? It's a showpiece.
So it came out earlier today that Caitlyn Jenner has in fact lost her penis.
Oh God,
But
where
she
is
didn't
it?
lose it.
Lost it
She
in
didn't lose
accident.
it. She had it removed.
Check the medicine cabinet.
Question. That's gonna be my question. Where do you think she'll keep it?
At the Kiev.
I mean,
There's the guy that sells things on the
They're
blanket.
just gonna sew it onto someone else who wants a dick.
yeah.
Really?
They'll be like, it's an Olympic dick.
Yeah.
Put it in the Hall of Fame.
It's going to be on a Wheaties box. It's a prize
Bronze it,
inside.
man.
No, gold it. He was a gold medalist, goddammit.
Right, and
He-
mount it
he
on the
sure
wall.
she
Down the
earned that.
middle and then cover the dick in it.
Oh, that's smart. Let's get this thing. Well, they're a gold medal, right? So let's get him a gold dick.
I don't know if I lopped my dick off, on purpose. What would I do with it? Where would I keep it? I mean, you know how
Would
like,
you
people
keep it, or would you let them just take it and I don't know?
I'm
throw it in
gonna,
the
this is my
garbage?
word.
You wouldn't be allowed to keep
I'm
it.
bullshit, and I'm gonna.
I'd use it as a doorstop.
contend that that this can be fought. Anything that you cut out of my body, I want to keep.
Makes sense.
I grew it, and it's mine. You don't get to keep my appendix. You don't get to keep my tumors or any other shit you cut out of me. Those are mine. I want those.
God damn it, Justin.
That's not a strongly worded argument for why you should get to.
I don't get why people just get to just take my shit away and throw it out.
No, it
Like,
makes sense.
Because if you're gross and diseased and you just have your liver hanging out on the bar and anyone could just touch it, you know.
it would be sealed in a jar. On
How do
display.
they know that?
I don't
They,
know.
you don't look trustworthy.
But I definitely keep it.
You can let them put it in the jar for you.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna be like cut it out and
Yeah.
hand it to me so I can decide.
Like, don't put it in a duffel bag.
yeah,
A little
something.
Ziploc baggie.
Put it in a baggie.
Need a freezer bag.
Like an undercover condom.
Yeah,
$1
There
condom.
you go. Depends on small is. So would you get? So would you keep your dick, or would you display it?
I would keep it.
Where would you put it?
Well, oh man, where do you put it? You put it on the mantle? Do you put it on the?
I
do you
feel like I
ban-
want people to see it.
Okay, so probably put it on the dashboard of your car.
Like
it's-
hang it from your mirror.
They're on top of the antenna.
Just don't take turns too hard.
I was kind of thinking of the way people like display samurai swords.
In their car?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
just-
but,
You got the
Wait,
big
who
one, the
fuck
little
does
one,
that
and
in
the
their
dick.
car?
nobody does, but but they've never had anything.
Who's
worse.
this redneck samurai?
I gotta tell you guys, never ever Google the words detachable penis image.
Didn't get what you wanted.
Well, maybe.
That would be impressive. And black.
Some of this is really creepy, and some of it is.
Are you going down a hole? Don't go
Oh,
down that hole.
oh, I ruined this computer. You see what this guy's got up?
Nope.
Yeah, but this one doesn't run the station. Here, look. This one looks like a light bulb.
You hold, is that a horse dick?
See?
It's delightful. Convenient. Take
The
it off, clean it.
day GMYD got banned from YouTube. Because you're just itching to put that over on it.
No, I was use it as,
You know,
I'm
some
looking
fucking
for an image.
shady ass doctor took that dude's dick and like shuffled it away in like a doctor's locker when wait for
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
to come home.
I
They, like,
guarantee you.
called TMZ and
You're
like,
onto
oh, I got
something.
the dick.
I bet
got
you
his
that
dick.
I bet his dick hits eBay in a few days.
I guarantee
Guaranteed.
it.
$10,000.
Guaranteed. You don't just throw away Bruce
No.
Jenner's dick.
You definitely, at the very least, take it back to the doctor's lounge and you all take turns, put it in your mouth, taking
Yeah.
pictures.
Wait,
You all
take
take
a
pictures with,
selfie.
like a thumbs up,
just a nice severed dick in your mouth.
or you dress as clowns and you bat it back and forth like volleyball. You're like, nobody's got pictures like this.
Volleyball, not part of the decathlon, by the way.
My Instagram just blew up.
I want to see it. Not so much the dick. I do want to see the dick, but I also want to see the vagina they made for him.
Yeah.
I don't see any-
Who said he got
Right.
one? He might just
I
have
don't
like
think
one
being
little
curious-
pee hole down there.
There's nothing wrong about being. There's nothing wrong with being curious about that. I think we're all a little curious.
Yeah, I think we should get to
Just a
see it. I mean, he
Think of
wants
how-
to live, or she wants to live in such a high profile kind of. You know, those Kardashians are all trashy. Let's
Sure.
see your veg.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen Kim's asshole at this point, so
Leave Kanye out of this.
I mean, maybe we'll be surprised.
It's a shit
Maybe
joke,
we-
sorry.
Like maybe it's really good. Like maybe
Yeah,
it's really
maybe-
well done.
Yeah, maybe it's like,
I mean-
wow, look at this.
It's not gonna make the person more likable, you know.
Yeah,
Nah.
Can we also
True.
put out there he's like a 60-plus-year-old woman now?
yeah.
Maybe it's
So, I
made
mean,
out
how
of
good's it
marble.
going to be?
Just tweet her.
It's a weird time. It's a weird time in your life to swing the other way.
Tweet her
Like
what, Justin?
Hashtag show your veg.
Can we see?
Hashtag can we see? Hashtag show your veg.
Yep.
Hashtag let me get that dick.
Guess Justin's gonna add some new names to that list of people that have blocked him. Hulk Hogan, Tom Green, and now Caitlyn Jenner.
Two people that I love and one that I don't give a fuck about. So she's a hero.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow!
Jeez.
You struck a nerve with Justin.
No, I just
wanna
don't give a fuck about her.
Do you want to
Why
see her
would I?
veg?
Yeah.
Her new veg?
Yeah.
All right, I'm Googling.
No.
It's probably already on the internet.
Yeah.
It's
gotta be.
Lynn?
Kim Instagram.
There's no way that there was a room full of surgeons and nurses and whatever the fuck else is in the surgery room, all with a phone, and nobody took a picture. Fuck you.
Oh,
like
someone's
there's
got
no way that didn't happen.
You've totally
Oh,
convinced me.
But it's like
I know they've got
post-surgery.
it.
Is it going to be all puffy and blue and purple and shit?
Yes,
If
yes,
he's lucky.
it
Yeah,
is.
sure. Sure.
His old self hopes so. Her old self hopes so. It's so hard to play the pronoun game with that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be respectful to her.
Sure.
But at the same time, 60 years as,
60
faithful
is-
Wheaties.
Yeah. 60 as Bruce, 2 as Caitlin.
It's hard. Like, I feel like, ooh, serious talk. Good morning, you Jones.
Oh.
I feel like the transgender community not giving us enough time to let this seep in. Like, they're a little too harsh on us right out of the gate. Like, you can't just be like, hey, guess what? Penises are gone.
What?
I was a
Oh.
dude, now I'm a
Yeah, I
chick.
cut mine
Hold
off,
on,
too.
give me a second. I don't
You better not slip or I'm going to take your job.
know.
I still
Go ahead.
do.
Shit.
Maybe I'm the intolerant one.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, it's a lot it's a lot to take in, and they want you to just
Not anymore.
be
They cut
okay
it off.
with. Fair enough, but they want you to just be okay with it from the jump. I guess it's more about
We're still hanging black people in Alabama.
yeah. But I guess the real thing is just don't be shitty about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to necessarily be accepting. Just don't be shitty about it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that needs to be the new normal.
just
Don't
not
be
be
shitty.
Don't be shitty about
Don't be
things.
shitty. Everybody's shitty, man.
Yeah.
I just don't want to take the time to just like take a step back and learn and understand. And a lot of people don't want to give anybody else the time to step back and learn and understand.
Think about how absolutely fucking terrible it would be to like have a friend. Like I get that, like, oh, like again with South Park where they're like they're arguing about whether Caitlyn Jenner is a hero or not, and like Kyle is like, Caitlyn Jenner is not a fucking hero to me, and like gets annihilated
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of it. It's like, I get that maybe somewhere in the world, Caitlyn Jenner existing made something easier for someone somewhere. But honestly, if I went up to someone and I was like, I understand you better now because of Caitlyn Jenner, like, I wouldn't be surprised if I got punched. Like, how fucking shitty of a person do you have to be that you need Caitlyn Jenner to explain something to you, that something that apparently affects your life personally if you know anyone going through something similar? Like, you should just have learned that. Like, the biggest problem that I feel like Caitlyn Jenner and people like at that status level, the biggest problem is that they're just rich assholes. I don't care if it's a dude, a chick. They're fucking rich assholes who are sucked up into their own life, and the only time they care about people like us, like anyone who makes below $500,000 or more a year, like we're just like there to be like, yay, we love you, so they can boost their own ego. Like, you don't need a fucking famous
That's
person
pretty much it.
to get you to understand someone's struggles. Look around you. There's enough people that make the same amount of money as you that are going through it. So why don't you learn from them and leave the fucking rich assholes to kill each other off?
Speaking of killing each other, yeah, right.
I was hoping we get a famous Sarah rant.
And Bruce Jenner running people over
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
with his
Yeah,
car.
he went and got his dick cut off so that way people would forget about the fact that he's
Oh,
a
look at that.
murderer.
That way he could be
It's
like,
a classic Trump move.
I didn't do that. Bruce did it.
Focus up, buckaroos.
That was Bruce. When did everything become so black and white? Like, everything's either
Isn't that
like
crazy?
everything is binary these days. It's all zeros and ones to everyone. I saw over the weekend it came out that this new X-Men comic, the artist had kind of snuck a
Ooh,
bunch
I
of
saw that today.
anti-Semitic stuff into the art, and some references to like some really shitty parts of the Quran, so like I'm reading this and I look at the comments, and the first comment's like, everybody's too sensitive these days. Everybody's like always whining about that. And I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. Maybe this is anti-Semitic for real.
Yeah,
Like-
like maybe we've got something actually to be pissed off about. Right now.
Like, I get it. There are a lot of people crying wolf, but that doesn't mean somebody cries wolf for like 13 times. On the 14th time, maybe there's a fucking wolf.
Right, exactly, dude.
And he's fucking an alligator.
And he's
It's
fucking
weird.
the shit out of that alligator.
It's
in a
really
dollar
weird.
store condom.
Really weird.
He needs to go to cover condoms.
.com. Pick up the studded. The alligators are fans.
I think overall people are too sensitive now.
They are too
That's why-
sensitive.
Yeah, we
Well,
watch
dude-
all like we watch like
Oh,
All
yeah,
in the
this is good.
Family and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like we watch the Golden Girls religiously, and you have no idea how many times we'll look at each other and be like, "That joke would never." Dude, the
I
whole
know.
fucking would shut down if someone said that joke on TV now.
Here's
That's
the
crazy.
problem. The problem isn't just whether or not something is acceptable or not, or PC or not, or people are being too sensitive or not. Is that nobody's being thoughtful enough.
Yeah.
Like you're right. Like when you look at a comic like that, it's like, yeah, maybe that is something. Maybe people aren't being too sensitive. And then you look at another subject, you're like, people are being too sensitive. And then you look at both sides of it, and you go, neither one of you are thinking. And now I have to soften things around me because you can't decipher the bad from the good because you're not being thoughtful enough.
It's true.
There's not enough. This is like going kind of deep, but like. In education now, critical thinking is not part of curriculum. Now it's a conveyor belt, and without critical thinking, you see people in their 20s now that like don't understand sarcasm at all, and it's a really fucking disturbing problem because that lack of critical thinking and understanding nuance, that lack of that is what created the if you're not. If you're saying that joke, it must mean you must hate these people, and there's no way it's just funny, and I can't laugh at that because then I'm like, that's where that mentality comes from.
Yeah.
It's like just what you say is what you mean. There is no nuance anymore. There is no critical fucking thinking necessary.
There is no
That's what you
satire.
get from a text message generation that communicates in emojis and doesn't have time to understand emotion because they're not used to having eye contact and face-to-face conversations anymore.
Well, I feel like, I absolutely, because I feel like every time I'm on, number one, anytime I'm on Facebook, I've stopped being, like, there's nothing on that I ever put on Facebook that's that real. Because I got to a point, like, every time I was sarcastic, people were like, well, you didn't put a
Winky
smiley
face.
winky
Yeah,
face.
I don't do that.
I understand what the fuck you mean, dude.
I don't want to do a winky face.
I don't LOL.
You should be able to ascertain that I'm not going down to a McDonald's and seeing what kind of lonely single mother I can pick up.
Here's what's weird, man, is I don't know where
Yeah,
people...
but it'd be so good she'd smell like
Oh, yeah.
fries.
I'm gonna pick them on. I pick my women based on what size McNugget they order. 20 piece, 20 piece of Maine.
But honestly, dude, I don't know where people like us fall on the spectrum anymore.
I think we are on the spectrum. That's the problem.
We're
Because
all
I'm
autistic.
sure as fuck not a conservative by any damn
No.
stretch of the imagination. But the whole like liberal community, like this whole thing where you can't make a joke and you can't say things, that's not from the conservative side. That's from the liberal side.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And
well,
then the
I'm not
conservative
you
side, though,
motherfuckers
is-
anymore either.
Like I don't know. There's a huge like absolute true middle that is cropped up. It's almost like the South Park, like the South Park party.
Yeah.
They can completely see both sides of it and come up with an independent thought based on what they're seeing.
Yeah.
Because like I'm so middle that I can't even vote. Like I don't even. They're making voting impossible for us.
Possible, dude. Like, what the fuck were we supposed to do in the last election? Vote for one disgusting criminal piece of shit or the other?
No, and to make it worse, people act like if you do not vote, you're like a criminal. You're worse
Yeah.
than a criminal.
Dude,
you have
if you don't vote for one major party or the other, people act like you like committed the worst crime ever.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you vote third party,
You're the worst.
You created it. You're the reason that this is happening.
And then if you don't vote, like nobody seems to understand that not voting is casting a vote.
Dude, I agree with you completely. I have total respect for people who don't vote. I
Yeah.
don't blame people for not voting. I don't blame people for not voting at all. This last election, first off, I don't want to get too political or anything, but this last fucking election, when Bernie Sanders was cheated and we all fucking saw it, and we all fucking knew it, both parties should have shut down 100% and said the election's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair. Somebody got fucked over. and nobody's doing anything about it. Yet we just sort of just
Glossed over it.
plowed right
That's
through
fine.
it like
Yep.
it didn't happen. And like now they got the gall to say Russia's involved with Trump. Who gives a shit? Like we got to deal with the first problem that everybody ignored before we get to this bullshit problem that doesn't matter anymore. And it's like it's the same reason I don't watch professional sports anymore. Professional sports and politics are the only two things where you can cheat your fucking ass off and there's no repercussions.
Everybody's fine with it.
Yeah, everybody's
It's almost
cool.
accepted.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. It's fine.
It's-
Well, it's obviously accepted because it happened.
Yeah, and all that has to happen is the person that got fucking caught just has to come out and go, oh, sorry about that. They don't take the fucking Super Bowl trophy away. They don't redo the election. They know they can get away with it. That's
Yeah.
why they do it.
Fuck blaming Russia. It's easy to see exactly what happened. They pulled this shit. Instead of running populist against populist, when it became incredibly clear that this populist in Trump might actually have a chance, instead of running a populist like Bernie Sanders in front of them, they were like, well, our plan has always been Hillary.
Always been Hillary.
The Republicans, their plan was anybody but Trump. When you've got the party against your populist,
Right.
it's not going to turn out well, because what happened is the populists won. Everybody came out and were like,
This guy's
I'm not
different.
voting for her.
Yeah.
You had a lot of people that felt burned by the Bernie Sanders thing, and they went over. That's why Trump is in office. I mean, it's not because those people are stupid or that they voted some sort of evil. They voted for the populist who came out and said populist things to rally the America, and that's what happened.
I'm not saying that they're the same because they're absolutely not the same.
They're not.
But at its core, the reason why people voted for Trump was the same reason why people wanted to vote for Sanders.
I agree.
And
They
that
were
was taken
sick
away from
and
them.
fucking tired of career politicians.
And the
fucking
Democrats,
everybody over.
the Democrats should have seen that that's what was coming, and
They
but they didn't.
lost that election.
They didn't. It's ridiculous that someone with no civil service experience got voted into the highest office in the land.
It's
bypassed everything.
Got a lot of servants.
A lot of servants.
Unbelievable.
I mean, you could just look and see how social liberties and things are kind of getting crushed right now. But the economy, it's on the rise. Unemployment, like at what cost? It becomes like a what cost thing.
You know what I love? I love gridlock. Gridlock makes me happy.
Jeez.
Really?
It does. I love the futility of everybody being so angry.
Isn't it amazing that we've got gridlock?
Yes, of course.
And with the majority Republican
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
government,
insane.
and there's gridlock. There's not a problem here.
It's
And nobody's angry about it.
it's
Nobody's the people.
I
are
think
getting
I think
angry.
everybody's just tired right now. It's like, okay, cool. Hold on. We'll wake up in a couple months.
The way that they work is a lot like when you see terrible parents with kids that won't stop. The rich people in power will do exactly what they can get away with, and the sick part is that people that used to be middle class, but now they're either lower middle class or just poor because there is no middle class anymore. They all have been trained to believe that could be me one day. So I'm going to vote for what's best for those people. Everyone walks around thinking this fucking hallucination of the American dream. One day I'm going to... Guess what, asshole? The best thing that could happen is if you wake up and say, I'm probably never going to be a millionaire or a billionaire, but I can take care of my community. If every fucking one of us who argues amongst ourselves about whether or not someone should have health care or not, if they all got together and said, you know what we need as a community, whether we don't like each other or we do, is still more alike than what those motherfuckers need and what they're going to give us. Because they're not going to give you anything that you don't force them to give, and they shouldn't be giving us shit because there's enough of fucking us to take care of ourselves, as long as they don't have the power to make us hate each other. And that's exactly what's happening.
Healthcare is a perfect example. There's for some reason I don't know when it became like giving people things at the expense of, because healthcare, I don't think there's a person alive that thinks that that really, really deep down, okay, maybe there's some really shitty people.
What's up?
But I don't think there's a good person
Oh.
who thinks that the poor should die without health care.
Yeah.
But we can't give the poor health care at the expense of the middle class and making it so that they can't afford health care. Because I've got health care. I worked really hard to get into a position and work a job where I have health care.
Yeah.
I have incredibly high deductibles, and it's
Sure.
killing me. It's
Yeah.
I'm having problems making ends meet this month because I've had to go to the doctor to start, because it's I'm 40 and I got to start losing weight, and my deductibles are killing me, and
Right,
it's
dude,
just for just trying to get on a healthy track is impossible. It's
that's-
expensive.
That's part of the scam that I feel like is built right into the system, because if you look at our country, right, like we spend almost $700 billion a year on military and defense, and we're number one in military spending. Number two is China, and they spend $90 billion. So that's a pretty huge fucking jump between number one and number two.
Yeah.
So this whole idea that the health, like I always hate when people say that, like, oh, you guys just want shit for free. No, I don't want shit for free. I want the money that I'm putting into the system to be responsibly allocated.
I want to help
It's not
out.
free. I'm paying for it. I don't want to pay for Trump's 59 Tomahawk fucking missiles.
Every
that did
2 weeks.
nothing for no fucking reason.
Every 2 weeks, I gotta look at a paycheck that has a gross amount of $2,000, and I'm taking home 13.
I know exactly what you're saying.
And it's outrageous. And I'm not getting anything back at the end of the month or at the end of the year.
Halliburton's sucking that shit right up, dude.
Yeah. Just I don't know why we can't be smart about these. I don't understand why we can't look at social programs and say we need sweeping reform. The poor absolutely need help. They need a hand up, and we as a community need to help them up. But we need to help them up. We need smart social programs that are designed to help, not to just give.
And also not to shame. Like that balance needs to be
That's
there, man.
a good point.
Helping is one thing. Shaming a person into getting better is not the right fucking way to do shit.
No.
And so we just end up with a bunch of half-assed. Everything's half-assed in every direction.
You're not going to get the kind of reform you need in like social programs, food stamps, healthcare, until you have enough people on the same level saying that it's necessary. But when you read, like, sometimes I'll read comment. Our newspaper here posted a couple articles recently about different things going on with the food stamp program. One of them was like, in New Jersey, soon they're going to allow people on food stamps to order some of their groceries online. I understand this completely. The whole point is that a lot of people that don't have very much money can't get to a place to get healthy options. If they want them, they have to get it from a convenience store, which means that they're getting junk, and then they don't have health care, so they're unhealthy and they're fucked, and it's the same cycle over and over. But when you read comments, you don't see people saying anything like that. You see people saying, well, I don't see why I should have to work so they can have their food delivered. I don't see why they as soon as you like that like level of bitterness, because that, like, most entitled people that I know in my life are not poor people. The most entitled people that I fucking know are well off and have never had to struggle a fucking day in their lives. Those are the entitled assholes that I know. The ones that say, well, if I could pick myself up by my bootstraps, so could you. Well, guess what, asshole? Not everyone grew up in the same place. Not everyone has the same help. Not everyone has the same fucking options as you did.
And
like,
it doesn't with those people, this is what gets me. It doesn't just extend to like charity and charitable things. It extends to like just the simple courtesy of tipping, Like they just
just being decent to one another would be a huge help.
Huge help.
And I wish people would also understand the soil that needs to be in the foundation in order. So, like, for example, like New York just made all 4-year universities free to residents. That is a fucking step in the right. If you want a country to heal, educate everybody. This seems very simple. Make sure everybody eats. Make sure everybody has a place to live, and make sure that they know how to think.
Well,
I promise you.
I think there's also a war on there just seems to be a war on intelligence.
Yeah.
Totally agreed with that.
Yeah, I think they just there's a dumbing down that's happening. I mean, everybody makes the joke about Idiocracy and how like that's just a documentary, but
No,
I mean,
it's-
you see it with these generations coming up. There's a lot of shaming going on. Like it's there's some sort of shame associated with like wanting to use proper like
Spelling
and grammar when you're
Spelling,
online.
grammar.
Like I get it. Sometimes you put a text and you miss a word, whatever. But
I
like
have worked in education. One of the things that happens that drives me crazy is when I hear two students talking to each other and one says to the other, "Yo, I totally bombed the fuck out of that test," and then they both fucking laugh.
dang,
And I'm like,
pride and ignorance.
how is that fucking funny, dude?
why are you into that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? Why? What the fuck? And you know what it is, man? It's because we live in a world where like a 12-year-old can make a huge scientific discovery and no one knows who he is, but the Cash Me Outside girl
Gets her own.
is like a
TV
huge
show.
fucking star.
She's a hero.
She's going to be a
She's a
millionaire.
hero.
She's going to be a
take
damn
notes,
millionaire.
Caitlyn Jenner.
I mean, and that's a whole nother discussion too, considering like it's another discussion in race as well. Because, you know, if she was a black, what is she, 12, 13-year-old girl doing the same exact thing, she'd be getting run under the bus.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up race because I always bring up the whole line thing because when I worked for a local news up until recently I worked for a local TV news outlet and now I work for a newspaper. But I would look and see comments whenever we would post, you know, certain stories. I'd look at the comments on Facebook and just see it. And whenever there would be a story or pictures of specifically just people in line for new Jordans, the amount of shit that people would write about that, like what are they doing? It's a work day. Where are their jobs? Just down the line.
Good.
When a new iPhone comes out, the same exact line is there. There's the same line. It's a Friday. But because it's not a predominantly black line, nobody's got a problem with it.
Huh.
There's no line. There's nobody saying like, "Oh,
Where's your
job?"
Dude, and again, man, and that like it's like with Black Lives Matter, man. Like people say they hate it. It's a terrorist organization. How come there's no All Lives Matter or White Lives Matter? It's because Black Lives Matter has a systemic and legislative problem attached to it. The rest of us don't.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable to shoot me.
Well, yeah. No
in the
kidding.
same way
Well-
that it's acceptable to shoot my black counterpart. And
I-
like for anybody to look me in the eye and say that that's not true, you're fucking lying
You're
to
lying.
yourself.
You're lying. You haven't watched these videos.
You haven't
and if
paid attention.
and if you're an Asian doctor, you're gonna get dragged off of a flight.
That's what you
The
get.
fucking flight, right?
But like
You have a lab coat, Matt.
I lost my mind last week because and it didn't have anything to do with like any of my political leanings or anything. It was we'd been dealing with
Human decency,
with just
really.
human decency with these kids, these fucking kids dialing up from Twitch and dropping the N-bombs anytime we've got black hosts on.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm watching it last week, and I watch him, or I'm watching on YouTube after the fact, and he drops it, and I look at one of the hosts, Jonte, and he just kind of sighs a little, and he's just like, man, I've been hearing that for 30 years. I was like, that's
right.
just a fucking shitty thing to have to look at a guy. And
Hysterical dude.
A hysterical dude.
Good person.
Just completely unprovoked and just see it and the reason like I don't even think there was hate behind the person who said it. He's doing it purely because like I don't even know, like it's
Trolling.
just a
Shock
troll.
jock.
He has no like you dude, you're however old, you're 19 and you have no idea the shit and stigma that shit like comes attached to it. Like
No, yeah.
just get the fuck out of here. It really fucking I lost my mind.
Yeah. We lost our minds on Twitch.
I
too.
went and
Fuck them.
I beat the shit out of so many white people last week. I just I just
Sounds
went
like
into
guilt to me.
I went into a southern Baptist church and just beat as many as I could find.
Get over here.
And that's how the healing begins.
I think so. You ever seen a 70-year-old white deacon take it to the face?
Yeah, it was
I've been
called
asked that question
Let me
to
Google
Dick
that.
and Deacon.
If I had a nickel.
It's my dog's name, you dick.
Dick and Deacon?
Leave him alone.
Whatever. It's not my fault you named him after the church.
Well, we're right here at 10 o'clock, so unfortunately
Wow,
we got
this flew by.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up. You guys are amazing, Rick, Sarah, Ice in the Face. Where can people find you guys?
Yeah, thank you. So we have a website, iceandtheface.com. People can find us on Twitter. We're really active on there. Facebook, we're on there, obviously. We also do an online TV show every other Tuesday called Awesome Talk. So people can subscribe to our YouTube channel at Home Bar Productions. And check out Ice in the Face's Patreon, patreon.com/iceintheface. If you pledge even $1 a month, you get extra content, extra shows from us that come out every so often. We've been doing more than one a month lately. So
Look at that.
Please check it out. We have a great rewards program. So
You guys are amazing, and
Yeah.
this has been a lot of fun. We got to definitely have you on again in the next soon.
Sully up your show too much.
yeah,
You got me going.
Yeah, Matt was yawning before we went on air today. So
Another one of these shows. Wait, Ice in the Face? Cool. I'm going to get to say fuck and fuck a dog and donkey fuck.
and lots of
we
donkey
went from
fucks.
horse fucking to politics.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
It's-
Yeah,
That's
so
what
Fan
the
the
show
gamut.
does.
yeah, definitely got to have you guys back, and hope we'll keep in touch about Podfest.
Please, yeah,
Awesome.
please do, man. We're there. Believe me.
Cool. We'll get it worked out.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Ice in the Face. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us, guys. We'll talk soon.
Later.
Later.
And before we wrap up, I felt like this was like a good place to because Ryan just walked in, and Jonte isn't quite here yet. I'd like to talk to Ryan about what happened last week.
Okay.
And
See who wants to come on.
you want to come sit down for a minute, Ryan? The Getting Up Late crew with Valentine and Ferguson follows us on Mondays. It's a great show. They're getting their act together. They're really like they're still trying to figure out what the show is.
Yeah.
They've been around. I think you guys have done like 6, maybe 7 shows. So like you're still really just figuring out.
Rudy just split on
Yeah,
me just in the middle of
Rudy
the night. He packed a bag, went out the fire escape.
He's like, I'm out. And so
Yeah.
like,
Putting his 2 weeks and left.
yeah, it was the great. They were the great show for a good couple months, and it was one thing. And then like Rudy's like, yeah, I'm out, and then Jonte and Ryan were the only two that stayed. And so like I said, they're still trying to figure out what their show is, and so
Twitch has apparently found out for them.
yeah, and so like for the last 2 or 3 weeks, somebody just calling in and dropping the N-bomb, and
And the worst part it wasn't isolated to you guys. It was also chocolate milk and waffles, and it was also 7.
Right.
So it was just, hey, look, there's a black dude on my TV. I'm gonna call up and let him know what I think.
Yeah.
and not even that. Like, first of all, everybody involved, Chocolate Milk 7 says, and you guys handled it professionally.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't be more proud of how you guys handled it, because you just kind of shrugged it off and it was like whatever. But also
It's
like
just shitty to see, though.
Right, from
it's
our-
shitty to see you guys have to deal with it.
right from our standpoint, it's like I don't want my people to have to deal with some bullshit like that.
right.
I mean, I told you we ended up getting kicked off Twitch because that happened
fuck
like
'em.
during the show. But fuck them.
Right.
Like,
You guys made the right call.
yeah,
He fucked up.
that dude fucked up.
I didn't even know what Twitch was before that night. So
Right. And I don't know, man. Like, we put out his number, and maybe we shouldn't have, but at the same time, fuck
is there
him.
rules against that? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's a term of service. You can't put out like if you don't ask.
Yeah,
him,
but
you
like
can't.
it's not like we can get arrested for it.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we were harassing him.
We were harassing
That was
him.
harassment.
Yeah.
And that's-
that was harassment.
but that's what
That's
they got
gonna
us
be
for.
pissed
Okay.
again.
But
Little fucking shit.
Well, we live and learn.
yeah, but like what do you
Nah, I'm
expect?
okay with hitting
you
the-
do some bullshit like that. What do you expect is gonna happen?
Right.
Like, you guys are supposed to just sit there and take it?
No,
Or-
they were
and
expecting
I'm supposed
zero
to just be
consequence.
Well, I did a little more. I did a little more research in the stuff, and it's a problem that Twitch is having, and they're not doing a good job at figuring it out. Right. They actually held like a symposium of their black creators and their black Twitchers, and that got bombed, and just
Really?
like Twitch's hosted event got bombed by people, and it's just you're not. I'm sorry, Twitch, you're just not doing a good job with your community.
Yeah.
That's just you're
alt
cultivating.
Cult Twitch. You know?
You're just cultivating that shit. Like they would call us up and just say, "Hey, oh look, it's a bunch of fats."
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I guess we're gonna have some. Okay.
Not wrong.
Like
but,
you can't even
whatever.
you can't even be fun with that.
Be creative. You know, like
Like,
I
it's
mean,
just-
there's no way to make the N word
fat.
funny. I don't think. But I mean,
Not as a white guy. Well, I don't know. Louis C.K. he pulls it off, but he's making a point.
yeah.
Like you have to make a social point to pull it off. You
Don't he
can
give,
do
like,
it.
Don't he give like some kind of like disclaimer before he does it too? Like, look, it's coming up. This is the part.
Well, his part, and the reason why, like, because I used it in my post, and because I think you have to, and you have to look at it, because if you pop N-bomb, you're like, and I think one of Louis C.K.'s bit is if you type N-bomb, if you say N-bomb, you're making me do the work, like you're making me say it in my head,
Right.
So just say it, get the fucking ugliness out there, and just like. Like don't make it into this cute cuddly like thing where like, oh, it's an N-bomb. No, it's fine. No, it's nigger and it's bad.
Yeah.
To yell at people who are just trying to fucking entertain some people on a goddamn Monday night.
Right.
Yeah. And, you know, again, especially a show that's still, you guys are still trying to figure out what you guys are.
Well, me personally, I was super excited about it.
You were.
I was
He
really,
was.
really excited about it. I was like, "Yo, we're reaching people."
Yeah.
I was like, because I was thinking, because if I do get really famous, I'm sure that's gonna happen more than once. So
Yeah.
I mean, this happened a million times already, and I ain't nobody. So I figured, like that's what you said. It's funny. You like It's like it's happened before, yeah.
It's like you guys seem so excited to get a phone call, and then it's like that. It's like, oh man, and then it was like, oh, we got his phone number. I was so happy. I went and found his address, his mom's name.
Oh yes. Oh man.
Fuck him.
No, I mean, if you say it, you gotta expect something back too. Though.
And that's my whole thing. And, you know, the fact that he got his little friends in there to report our channel just because he did some bullshit and then got called out on it. That's, you know.
It's embarrassing.
Be creative with it.
Like the week before, again, like I'm not a fan of using the word, but the guy came in with a character and he did some bullshit song.
Yeah,
he did some bullshit song, and then like at the end of it, he was like, "Nigger."
Yeah, no, he was warming it up. He was waiting to see what would happen. He was going to keep coming back with it. But I actually like the last guy better than the week before.
Yeah,
yeah.
The guy who just
I
came
like
out
that
with
you're
it.
rating him.
Yeah, no. Last week's
This guy was a 5-star.
N-bomb drop. You know, was because he got to the point. He didn't hit me with all the stuttering character
Yeah.
like that. Not to be mean to handicapped people, but it's kind of irritating when you listen to
Yeah.
somebody stutter for 5 minutes. Just like get it out, like
You either have the nuts to do it, or you don't.
Like I knew there was some tomfoolery going on. Like I already knew it was some bullshit, you know. But I was just like, get to the point. Like this is starting to take up a lot of time. We were actually talking about something. Like you know that second hour when you just start getting rolling and stuff starts getting good.
I think this is like a perfect kind of this is a perfect kind of allegory for race in America today. It's like you're so tired of it that it's like, can we just let's get it out, hit me with your hate speech.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna get back to eating some M&Ms and talking about shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's exactly
that's race in America.
That's
these
exactly
days.
how I felt. I was like, I'm happy you got to the point this time. Now we can go back to talking about whatever we were talking about.
Stop hiding behind your stuttering, America.
Yeah.
Just spit it out. Get it out there. We know.
Yeah.
You hate Black Lives Matter. We get it.
You know, it's crazy. We ain't even gotten to none of that stuff yet.
We weren't even clever enough to get to that.
We talked about Beanie Siegel and eating M&Ms.
You know, what's
We're going so hard right now.
fuck, man? The first 3 minutes you didn't even have audio.
Yeah.
Just looking at me. Somebody text Jonte was like, "Yo, Ryan needs to stop eating." Like, my bad.
Like, let's get past the the intro. Let's get into the meat of it. We'll wait until we're talking about something and then call up in the middle. Pretend you're interested, that you're saying something on point, and then drop it and hang up.
Right.
Like a normal, respectful racist.
Right. When they call back this week, just please call back in the first
They ain't
hour.
calling back.
Yeah, they can't.
They
get
done.
To us.
Huh?
They can't.
They're done. We're off Twitch.
If they found us on YouTube and start watching on YouTube, maybe. But the guy came to our Facebook and was watching Pop the next night, and he made a Facebook profile, and I blocked it
Because he's a coward.
He can't put his real shit out there, and he doesn't want to be.
That's the other thing. Don't be a coward.
Yeah.
If you got the balls to be a racist, just be
be
out.
it. Goddamn
Yeah,
racist.
no, that's okay.
Just fucking
It just makes it easier.
I'll probably respect you more.
Yeah. And also, you know who the fuck to stay away from.
Exactly. It makes it easy for both of us.
Boom, we can block you. We can move on. I mean, you're not getting anything out of the show. What are you even fucking doing with your life?
That's what confuses me the most. If you hate us for nothing already, why watch the show? And like that seems like a waste of time to me.
Which and that's the worst part of it, and that's what because like it just I hated seeing Jonte just kind of be like, oh man, because it was like the only reason he had like you guys aren't talking about controversial shit.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean you guys are the only thing he had on you guys is he hates you because you're black.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
But-
it. It's like racism in its purest form.
But again, like I said, I was super excited. I was like, yes,
Maybe
there's
this is-
somebody crazy up there.
Maybe
Like,
this is us though. Maybe we're being too hard. We didn't think about his side because
John-
he's probably the other dude because he's
Oh.
on there Twitch and he's like twitching some like I don't know what he twitches. He's twitching some video game, some Smash Brothers
Hating
or
blacks.
something. And then like
his favorite game.
he's like, oh, I'm tired of twitching. I'm gonna like watch some Twitch. And he's like, oh, what's happened? There's black dudes on my TV. All right, give me the phone. Mom!
They keep saying the number.
Mom, give me the phone! I don't want to come down
Black
to that
dudes on my TV.
Hello, black guys.
Nigga.
Oh,
man.
dipshit.
I mean, again, like you guys handled it swimmingly, and I couldn't ask for more. But like I said, we don't want to put our people through that, man. It's just fuck them. That's the best way to put it. Fuck them.
I mean, to throw that at you. So we were playing with the random stuff on the table. I'm sorry.
All right,
Hit me and I just drop an N-bomb.
So
I had
that's
to,
world
yeah, I
changes.
mean, I said if you say, you have to expect something.
Exactly.
So,
So we gotta wrap it up here. But what can people expect when they tune into getting up late tonight?
probably a good first hour of nothing but me.
And
then,
super late tonight.
You're gonna get a whole hell of a lot of me. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I saw Jonte had some heat on Facebook.
Oh man,
today.
yeah. But you know
guys
what?
gonna get into
I
that?
don't. That's his story. You know what I'm saying?
right.
That I was gonna get into that earlier on the Facebook with him.
You
But
fucking comics, man.
no, that it really. I just booked the other guy too, so I can't really. You know, I don't want to.
Speaking of comics, how did the show go last week?
Amazing.
Was it great?
Way better than
The Thing.
that last SmackDown I saw.
I wonder why.
This one was really good. Like, yeah, no, we were.
You gotta do one that's not on a Tuesday, so I
awesome.
can get out there.
I need to record it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
No, if I could, like, if we could, yeah.
You
No,
want to see
you know what?
SmackDown 3? I got that recorded. Shit's never seen the light of day.
No, I don't need all that. No,
You don't.
no.
I couldn't even sit through it.
No, it's cool.
Although I
dude.
do like, welcome to the stage, Tim Lilliams.
Oh, the guy. You
can edit that out, right, Nathan?
The goat mask. That's kind of cool.
Oh, that's right. I was back to. I'm everybody's friend again.
Yeah. But I mean, that's true.
Oh, are you back?
Yeah. See,
I mean,
we
I
took down the
noticed-
hate.
I'm not
I didn't want
talking
to
to
say
him.
nothing.
I'm not talking to him. but I'm not talking to him.
Yeah, it's just the thing.
That's good.
You know what? Sometimes I get pissy over things.
Rightfully so, maybe.
It's okay.
What's the
You
matter,
know what?
Nathan? What are you doing over there?
Once he planned for fully without us, he did reach out and said, "Are you guys cool? Or you guys don't want to do this, right?"
I mean, he read
I was
the
like,
room right,
okay,
at least.
you're right. I'm cool with it. You know, you got your. We paid for half your belt, so why don't you go spend another $300 on some more belts?
That's a very nice belt.
I don't disagree.
I know.
That is a very, very
Would
nice
have been nice to like not do that, and maybe make a couple
you know,
bucks after
hey,
out of that show. It would be cool.
Maybe like Comedy Smackdown and like the wrestling theme was just kind of like a clever way to just do roast battles, like a pure roast battle. Not all this wrestling bullshit, gimmicky shit.
No, we just go at it. It's just
that was the
straight
original
up,
idea.
It's just straight up like
That was the
fuck your
original
letter.
idea.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, hey, let's go on, let's do roast battle, but let's call it SmackDown, and we'll tie it into wrestling a little bit.
Now I do like the videos beforehand. Those are pretty cool.
Those are cute.
Yeah, but
I mean, they weren't funny, but
you know what?
That's a
But
good try.
The one I had to do, I felt so bad because the girl I did it, like the video.
Oh,
game,
that's right.
she
Remember we
freaking
were
dropped out, and I called her all kinds of whores and stuff like that. And she's a church lady.
Yeah, that was like
It was
the punchline,
so
wasn't
bad.
it?
Oh, those
felt
ones we did
horrible
for
about
3.
that.
Oh, I thought you meant the ones they did for 4, where they
No.
went all full in makeup and it was terrible.
No. I was
No,
the ones before.
The ones we did were 3.
Yeah.
He introduced me as the videographer.
And the guys helping promote.
The guys
Oh
helping
yeah,
promote.
yeah.
Here's the videographer.
That's when I met you.
Where the fuck did Creator go?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I found it. I found it on SmackDown night in front of your name.
Just like the guy who founded McDonald's.
You want to put the sign back up, Matt?
All I'm saying is, if you create
We can put the
something,
sign back.
maybe you go to the first one.
I mean, we didn't tear it up. It's still.
That's all I'm saying.
just
If
put it
you
down.
if you want to put Creator in front of your name,
Okay.
maybe you show up to the first one
Aw.
where you were hired
Man.
and paid $150.
Oh, you want to maybe go get some of those?
Matt's all heated again.
Involved in the first one.
Huh?
Well,
He wasn't even there for the first.
Oh,
He
he
helped
was.
line
He
up-
helped,
line up
he
the
helped lined up.
comedians.
He did what he was paid for.
Yeah, but then he was
And
supposed to
then,
host.
so
So he really did
an hour
McDonald's
before
founder you.
an hour beforehand said, "Oh, I got to go host the Funny Bone.
Which is understandable, but
Here's someone else that you've never met. He'll be hosting now." Cool.
again, understandable. Like you get that opportunity.
Did you talk
I
to
get
the
it.
comedians to tell them what this was about? Halfway through the event, we realized no one has a clue that this is just purely a roast battle,
Right.
Except for Sean Malick,
Who won?
He came
who won.
prepared
Yep.
He wrote for everybody.
to your
Poor
your
Brendan
anniversary.
Kennedy wasn't even told that it was a roast at all.
Yeah.
That it was a roast battle. He came in completely unprepared, had no idea what the fuck he was getting into.
Got crushed.
Thought he was gonna
Yeah.
do like
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Just got up in front of everybody, didn't know what to do, turns and tries to crack a joke on the judges, which is me, and then he's like, nope, I'm shutting that down. I'm sorry, dude. I have a quick wit too. Sorry. And then I feel bad for Brendan because he just had this wide-eyed look, and then it comes back from somebody that he was set up, and I'm like, why the fuck would you do that to us?
Right.
Don't set up your comics because of your comic shit on our show. Whatever.
Still got paid. That guy still got paid.
He still got paid. And me and Justin fought that he got paid. We fought for him to get paid because he did the lineup. Let's just say we do things on our own now. I'm sure if I can give you any piece of advice, do things on your
Yeah,
own.
keep that shit to yourself.
Keep it to yourself.
I
put it on
usually-
yourself.
The only time I ever reach out is
Don't
to
even
like
give people a piece.
I get Jonte to make my posters for all.
And you need to hit him. Like every time he starts to say, "Hey, we should do this idea."
Nope.
I got this. Thank you.
Because before you know it, Creator will be in front of his name. And you got to give that to the announcer. Scratch that shit out.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The night of 3, I went looking for him.
He was so fast.
I saw Creator.
Never
He
seen him
saw
move so
me, and he
fast.
was dipped out into like the green room or something.
That's just tacky.
Whatever.
Oh man.
We all
I'll put
we all
this-
ignore it that there's not a problem between us and we're cordial. until I get onto my airways and say shit that he's probably like, oh, I don't know what's happening. I said, do you want to?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, he's fine.
I said, I asked if, because that's how he does his arms whenever he talks. I said,
Oh boy.
do you guys want to be involved with 4? I had to go do everything for 3 because you guys wanted to make a radio station. I like your podcasts.
You sound like Foghorn Leghorn.
I sound exactly like that guy.
Oh, we opened up the hate ways.
I'm
again.
Portsmouth, but I'm country, but I'm urban. Whatever. You're fucking unfunny Chop Allen. That's what you are.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he's just opening up the hate ways again. I thought they
Did
were
I
closed.
did. You know what?
I thought they were closed.
The dude does a lot of things right. And he's ruthless.
Yeah.
Show business.
And he wants to make it. I don't know.
He's working.
Man. Take your class to get some writing done. I mean, I expect some help, not like, oh, that's the funniest premise I've ever heard. Okay, why am I fucking paying?
We were getting away from the hate ways.
Do you have the dry
I've never
erase? 'Cause
heard
I'm gonna
anybody
do them.
take an approach at a subject like that. Cool, man. Why have I paid you money?
That's funny.
Like, this is just shit I could have done by going to Kazi's and getting on stage and not getting into a fight with the host.
Oh, jeez. How many names do I got to put on the list here?
Oh, no.
Are we ever going to have the bacon-wrapped onion rings again?
That guy's a nice guy.
Okay.
Stupid.
And I really...
Justin, you too?
I really like the other guy. If we're working down our way, like down the list of the Geeks Night, he's the only person I have. I absolutely love the other guy.
I've lost track of which guys are which. But we're cutting into Ryan's show here.
Yeah, we are.
So it's 10:22. We need to wrap this.
It's 10:22.
Yeah, we need to wrap this fucker
Why'd you
up.
tell me that?
Well,
I'm just taking over his show, talking shit about people that could he may need to call on in the future.
Yeah.
Hey, any bridges I can burn for you?
Hey, no.
Guess why I'm not doing stand up anymore? Would you like to know?
Okay, you know.
Would you like to guess why I'm not doing stand up anymore?
You are. What is that?
Just fuck everyone.
Oh, everyone. Okay, I thought it
That's
said
safe.
Tyrone at first. I was like,
who's that guy?
He great.
I just seen
Sometimes you gotta burn bridges to the point where you can't even get on an open mic that has 25 fucking open micers.
You can't get on an open mic. I can get you on an open mic. Okay.
He's sleepy.
I got problems.
He opened up the hate ways.
I got angry.
He
Oh
opened up
man,
the hate ways again.
it's like the Pandora's box.
Yep. Once he starts hating.
It's best I stay out of
Hey,
it.
hey.
It's best I stay out of the comedy community. Plus, a couple weeks ago, Chop was like, "Well, some people are funny just to the other comics." Mm-hmm. I was like, "God damn it, Chop! I know what a fucking insult is." I love you to death, but come on, man! What the fuck did you just say to me?
Did y'all ever have him on?
Chop, yeah.
Okay.
He called during 80YD.
He called during 80YD, and he showed up on 7's show when I was in Disney World. I'm just fucking standing in the Magic Kingdom. I was like, God damn, Chop Island in my garage. I actually like Chop.
Yeah, no, me too.
Motherfucker did say some people are only funny to other comedians.
That's funny. It's like so passive aggressive.
Like, you son of a bitch. Do you really think I'm that dumb? I don't know it. I don't know if he meant it as a slam against me, but he damn sure said it.
Comics comic.
Because I was
Heard that one
like, you know, I always get laughs, so I never bomb. He's like, yeah, some people funny. Try to get in front of real people. God damn it, Chop.
Batman is a 1%er.
That's a good joke, and I can make
It
that
is
work.
a good joke.
I can make that work.
It's just the wrong
The
room.
only
wrong room.
wrong room. They love Batman has AIDS. Not Batman's a 1%er.
Yeah. All right, let me do this then. Oh. Time to wrap her up.
Comics were losing their mind though.
Yeah. There's Nathan.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Where'd you go?
It's past my bedtime, dude.
Sorry, did I take over the show tonight?
Usually asleep by this point. Good
I got
Lord.
chatty.
Yeah,
That's fine. You were yawning.
You were
at the
all
beginning,
sleepy.
I was not sleepy. I needed to get going.
Ice in the Face finally joined the show.
Love those guys.
How amazing was that? That was a great time.
I miss those guys.
Yes, please check out their site, iceandtheface.com.
We had a great time with them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're going to be on for the hour. No, they're not. Call early. It's going to be a long show.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That was great.
That was wonderful.
And everything I said in the last like 20 minutes.
Nah, it's
that's
fine.
all.
You stand by it completely.
Comedians losing their
jokes.
minds right now.
They're jokes.
The jokes.
I really didn't. I was really joking about Chop. The other one, not so much.
We're Good Morning, You Drunks. Matt is at
Chop
Have
doesn't mean
Issues. Justin is at The Hulkster. I am at The Nate Project. Dig us, dig what we're doing. Patreon.com/Radio Free Radio. Give $1. Oh, I had more time than I thought. Sorry, I was running right up against it. I have your thing ready.
Seriously,
Justin.
Chop, I didn't mean anything about it.
He did. He's full of hate.
Yeah.
And it's your turn.
Whatever, Chop, come at me. Joking, Chop, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like dealing with it.
You started.
Block you. I know.
You started.
I started, but I was
Why are you
joking.
doing
I was joking with Chop. I wasn't joking about the other one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Justin, are you ready for the thing?
I'm just kidding. I'm fine with the other one, too.
I had a really long time. I didn't need to rush it. Go back to bed.
No.
Holly, Alan Vanucci.